Oh,
Jack are looking very mysterious there.
Oh, yeah. Let me close the things.
close it. That will make it darker. What?
But
No, but like he doesn't want to be lit
how
from
did the
behind, you
apartment
know.
thing go?
I got it!
But you got an apartment?
Yeah.
When you
Nice.
moving?
Well, I can move in from the 1st of July.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's in Brazil.
How's the
Fine.
internet though? That's the real question.
No, I already asked, and he said he doesn't even know. And I
Oh,
was
you
like,
fucking! You can just search for postcodes, you fool.
Wait, where? What?
Like surely,
What,
so surely your ISP just has like you can just type in a postcode and see how good the internet is to that like location or whatever.
I don't know. I've never tried that.
it's not because it's like it's all I ever tried.
Well, literally,
How do you
I've
go
never,
out?
I'd never
We have
fucking
that.
just go. I'd never move in somewhere without checking if the internet was good first.
I don't know how.
Well, not now, Jack. But you can do it later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just like go as if you were a customer and they'll let you search for like
Yeah.
search for your address and tell you how
I mean,
good
You know
your
the
package
address,
offer
I'm
is.
guessing.
But not now. Okay, but not now. Okay, so last time on Waterdeep, you guys decided to investigate the mausoleum dedicated to the Black Viper in the City of the Dead. While you were there at the dark of night, you, Mordai specifically, heard some nefarious chanting going on, and you decided to investigate. You found a group of cultists of some fanatic group or another.
Fanatical.
Yeah, that's the one. And you decided you had to interfere. The ritual was cut short, but
Cut.
not before some demons got out of a black portal. But you dealt with them as well, and alerted the watch to this whole thing. Afterwards, you decided the night was long enough for you to investigate the mausoleum that you originally came for. Checked it out, broke into it, found a couple of quotes and the statue of the Black Viper, and then eventually the being that is currently wearing the mask of the Black Viper. And you had a little chat. And kind of split Emma.
She cool.
Yeah, they pretty cool. Other than that, you guys took a rest and decided to split off in the morning. Mordai and Max went down to the dock wards to find a certain alchemist. Jets went to his Bugera and talked with various members, eventually in the Emerald Enclave. And Raven, you went to the Blackstaff Tower to maybe do some work, that you're paid to do. And you were introduced to...
Literally, the second I started doing work, he was like, right, stop working and come this way.
Yeah, there's someone you have to meet.
Yeah.
And you were introduced to like one of the elder members, not in terms of how long they've been part of the Force Grey, but how old they are. His name is Alphalos, and he was also a blade. What was it called? Blade dancer?
Blade singer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the style has various names and.
Blade pianist. Pianist.
But he's also of the woods of Neverwinter. And he decided to give you a little training. So you spent the morning.
And I leveled up.
In the courtyard. Yeah, you're now level 5. Congratulations.
Campaign's over for you, man.
Yeah, you're out. We will. So we kind of have to start the session there. Mordai and Max, you have just left Weird Concoctions with a new objective of sorts, a job for the Zentrim.
Did we get
as a reward was, well, not promised, but discussed as a reward was the powder, the mysterious powder that Max uses for his gun.
Gun? That's what
magical pistol.
Magic wand, I know.
Yeah. Magic wooden wands. That goes boom.
Were we given like the stuff to deliver, or would they like come pick it up later? They were like, After
Yeah.
6, okay. Okay.
Right.
We're still planning to meet at the Opera tonight. Yeah, I mean, I guess at some point in the day, I'm like, I have to like meet up. No, I said I have to bring the clothes to the alleyway, and you get changed in the alleyway, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, cool.
And Mordai, sorry, you wanted to take this opportunity, being being near to the trade world, to go to the horn, the Black Horn.
If you know what I mean.
And but you're
I can't
leaving back
remember.
and you're going alone. You're splitting up.
Yeah,
Even more.
if he's your work, I'm just like, I asked you tonight. I'm just going home for the day. I think I'm not doing anything
And
particular.
I was like, yeah, I would ask, did we agree on getting a loan for my contract or not?
Nah, I don't think so.
No, right?
I reckon we want to talk to like to Mert about it. See what he thinks.
Sure.
Alright, well, I'll catch you tonight, man.
See you later. We'll walk our own way.
Okay. But you are still going to Istrid.
Yes, I'm going to Ashford.
Cool. Yeah. So it's in the trade world. It's not on the main street. It's in the. Let me just pull up the map real quick. And I'm on my layer. Sure. Okay. It's a bit north. It is in Dalshambra Street, and yeah, the building that you're directed to is pretty standard. It's like a row of houses that are completely similar to each other, except for this one has the logo that you recognize as the horn. Yeah, you walk in, and it seems like a very. It almost looks like a house, except for the table that is filled with bags of money, various stacks of paper that are neatly ordered, and a pretty relatively large hill dwarf standing behind it. And you assume this to be Istrid. Now let me just quickly check. Oh, also of interest, in this room, you see on the wall is hanging very ornate full plates with a large tower shield and a mace next to it. And Istrid is gray-skinned, and she has an orange cowl on the top of her head. Yeah, and she has the title Master of Coin within this entry.
Oh.
You just got a burrito of the local stall.
Exactly. Greetings.
Hi. I love the horse. I can always show off my fabulous Scottish accent.
It's Farnlin.
What can I do for you?
What's the point here? By a mutual acquaintance.
Is that so?
Great with a coin. Perhaps kind of like. Gonna walk close and say, it's like lean forward and I like whisper, Centarim. And it's like going classes. Very conspicuous,
Hell Hydra.
Like, oh.
Yeah, with the family then. Alright, just show the symbol next time. It's easier unless
It's sensitive plates.
obvious to listening ears.
Put it in a bad spot. It's annoying.
I can't take my pants off right now. The tattoo. I made an unwise tattoo decision.
Like, oh, should we have to show this every time? A mistake for me.
She raises an eyebrow at that, but then just shakes her head and says, alright, follow me. And she takes you to a side room with also pretty barren, except for like a wooden table and a couple of chairs. Sits down. Alright, who sent you and what do you need?
Well, it's like Did you say who sent me?
Hmm.
No, well, didn't quite catch it. Devil Starsong pointed me to you that I could perhaps use the services if required, and I have a how I have a box of silver bars that I kind of want to liquidate.
All right. Are these bars marked?
Note that, Jacko, were they?
No, you remember they are completely rusted off, which might devalue them a bit as well.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Not sure. Kind of a bit rusted over. It's been with it been for a while. In front of them.
All right. Do you know who originally owned these bars?
Well, as it turns out, kind of we did. It was an old abandoned
Wait.
century warehouse in
You're
hidden ruin.
trying to sell me old merchandise of our own organization.
Devil said I couldn't do that. I could have it.
Okay. Well, so it's yours then. All right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Devil said I could have it, and I kind of want the money for it. To be honest, I have
I'll
ideas. Use them.
I certainly know what to do with it. If you bring it in, I'll make sure it's the right destination. There is a certain markup for it, services required,
Of course.
danger. So you won't be getting full value, but
Absolutely, understandable.
anything else, or are you gonna grab the bars right now?
I'll go fetch him. Nothing else that's mega urgent. I'll be back quickly.
All right.
I go grab the bars, Jackal.
Right. Where is your apartment again, or your old apartment?
Yeah,
Or did you
it's
relocate them to?
Yeah, I didn't really move my stuff yet fully.
Okay.
Marked on the map. Look at that.
I'm assuming it's in the dock world.
It's up here, man.
Yeah, but
It's in the trade ward, isn't it?
I can't see the note. Maybe I'm too zoomed out.
It's on the northwest
Right
of
beneath
the.
the
I'm currently not in
city.
front of the computer, as you can see, so I can't ping it.
Oh, there. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's not too far at all. Yeah. So you go to your apartment. You grab the pretty heavy box of silver bars. And if I remember correctly, there's also still a few paintings there.
Yeah, I'm keeping those there for.
You're keeping those for now. Cool.
I
I think it's only one,
They'll
actually.
go up
People-
in value, Jacko, over time,
People want to hang them in the fucking the troll manor still.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe we just keep them.
Right. You wanna go back? Go for the bars. Let me just quickly check what the original value was of these bars. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she leads you back into the side office, opens up the crate. Ooh. These bars certainly have seen a better day.
Really. What's the ways they were just left where they were?
I'm appraising the full box at about 200 gold pieces. The standard rate of the seller is half price, but considering the situation, I can give you 50 gold total for the whole thing.
Just 50? Come on, that was a bit more.
Are you trying to haggle with me, boy?
Boy!
How intimidating was this last sentence?
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, you you were kind of appraising the bars yourself as she's saying this, and you look back at her face, and yeah, this this grey face is staring at you with burning eyes, stoic for the rest part. Just yeah, you get the fear put inside of your soul.
Someone like locks the door.
What was that noise?
No. 50 gold sounds good. Great.
Good. Just know that I know what I'm talking about. All right. We can do the transaction right here. Just give me a moment.
Perfect.
She walks out, comes back in 2 minutes later with a bag with clanking gold inside of it. Now, don't mention this to anyone, but I'm assuming you're smart enough to know that.
Of course not.
Tell Devil I said hi.
Will do. Grab the bag.
Okay, you grab the bag.
Thank you very much. And the leaf.
Cool. Yeah, you go back to Troll Skull, or where are you heading?
Yeah, back to Troll Skull.
Cool. Max, what did you do after departing? After splitting
Oh,
up?
let's go home for the day, just catch up on some tutor homework. I don't know, whatever my parents made me do during the day. Probably I haven't done any practicing my shitty piano for a while, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you go back home, and there's a man sitting in the lobby, who apparently has been trying to get in touch with you for the past few weeks. He's your new harp teacher.
Let me write down proficiencies, half.
And yeah, you have to sit through a extremely boring and tedious lesson of stuff you kind of already know. He's going through the.
This is the note A.
Fucking piece of shit. Alright, yeah. Alright, no worries. But I think I can now add proficiency harp to my character sheet, right?
Not yet, but you're getting there.
What? I'm a natural prodigy, Jack.
Not at the harp, you're not.
Crazy.
Once it becomes electric.
Yeah, I'm already thinking how I can get Raven to hook it up.
Jet, we've already covered you. After the Emerald Enclave, you go back to the temple and meet with one of your associates, one of your fellow followers, Bywin, and he gives you, after a brief chat, one of his elegant but fashionable, higher end robes, in the colors of your order, and he says that he'll see you tonight. We're already gone over that, and then we have one boy left, Raven. After practice, I'm assuming you stick with the tower for a while.
Yeah, I'll do work until about. What time's opera o'clock? For the actual start, I don't want to just get there for the interval.
The note didn't mention it, and you don't really have any experience with opera, I feel like. So.
I'm in a library. It's got to say somewhere what time operas start.
Okay.
The big book of opera start times.
I have the researcher background. This is my character's
5
default.
years ago, they started at 2 a.m.
Maybe this just says something like you can just do it. Let me just see what I got. You tend to learn or recall pieces. You often know. Oh, okay. Comes from the library. Yeah. Secrets somewhere in the most inaccessible place. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna read books about opera. Investigation.
I don't know how many books on opera actually
14.
This opera house and we started this time.
You find a book about the construction
Old newspapers, maybe. I don't know.
of the Lyceum Theater.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, you find that concerning its location, parties and performances tend to range between the start of midday until the deep hours of the night.
Useful.
It's like going to the library to learn what time the
But,
film is showing.
I mean, I guess your researcher background would let you know that at least Vajra would know more about these kind of things.
Savin Griff would know. Savin Griff's old. I'll go ask Savin Griff.
He knows everything.
Like, I'll wait until about, I don't know, I'm assuming it's this evening, right? So I'll wait until about 6 o'clock or so.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
At
Well, you
least
don't
I'll
have to
make it
wait
there
that
for the
long,
interval.
because
Oh, great.
as you're doing your clerical duties, suddenly you hear Simon Griff doesn't appear, don't worry.
He just like steps out from behind a bookcase.
But you hear the rush of wind, and then a paper bird lands on your shoulder in the form of a crane, and then it hops onto your hand.
Delicious. No, okay, I guess I unfold it.
Yeah. Similarly, at the exact same time, this is about 2 p.m. in the midday. Max, as you're sleeping through this harp lesson, a paper bird flies through the window and lands into your hand.
I
Similarly,
gotta take this. Sorry, guy.
for Mordai, as you're going back to Troll Skull, it lands in your hand, and Jet as well. And yeah, you guys.
Dude, they timed this really well. Like they had to, because they'd have to like release them at separate times, like based on how far away everyone is. This is a really smooth operation.
It's really fucking difficult to do this.
If you, and it automatically unfolds in your hands, and they are tickets for the theater.
Beautiful.
There are box seats, and in section C, and they're signed by Mert, and once again, for attendance, it is required you wear formal clothing.
Any time? Yeah, time stamp?
As well. There's a quick schedule. It starts at 6:30 p.m.
Nice.
There's an intermission planned at 7:15, and then the rest of the show will continue up until about 8ish, maybe.
Depends how many encores there are, you know.
Yeah.
6:30.
Well, opera encores are
about 5 then. About 5, I'm gonna go to Max's house.
Okay. Okay, so Morla, you're the only one in Trollskull Manor for most of the day. Shortly after you've received this note, you do hear a knock on the taproom door.
Go to open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you go to open the door, and you see standing there is the Golden Dragonborn, that you know is the owner of the magic shop in Trollskull Alley, and he says, "Greetings. I am Rishal, proprietor of the shop over there. I had an appointment with the half-elven gentleman about some magical paintings within your house."
About that.
Okay. What did he agree on? Just to kind of look at him?
Indeed, I was meant to investigate them for any magical or, I suppose, religious origin.
Yeah, sure. Follow me. You gotta go around though.
All right.
Lead
you
him
lead
around.
him to the stairs.
Here they are. They
get
just
to the
appeared.
second floor.
I think. Kind of found them.
Yeah, he takes a moment. He doesn't touch them. These appear to be regular paintings. However, if they have appeared suddenly, there must have been some use of magic. Let me attempt something. And he casts a spell, and after a few seconds, he's kind of nodding to himself, thinking, "Indeed, something is holding them in place, as if a force is pushing them."
Interesting. Any idea what this could be?
Let me attempt one more thing. He starts casting another spell, but gets interrupted as you feel a sudden force like push into him, and he like a loud bang, and he gets swept off his feet, and he knocked into the wall, and he kind of crumples down before he shakes his head. Yeah, he appears to be
Dead.
Yeah. pretty injured.
What the hell? You okay? Just gonna like walk over them.
Yeah, he's still shaking his head as if it cleared. Just, oh my, that is a heavy retaliation of whatever is the force behind this. I believe your friend might be right. This is not a mere spell. This is a being of the afterlife. My magic is not equipped for this.
Oh, damn. Oh, what can we do with it? Any advice? Any ideas?
I recommend an
exorcism, huh?
And he kind of like, after
So you
speaking
think
the
there's
word,
a ghost or something, right?
quite clearly indeed.
Okay. Do you know any good exorcist or something?
Sure.
Or at least know which temple to go to. What would be the best?
Let me see.
He already told me to, but I don't know if he knows those or would recommend the same.
I tend to avoid those establishments for their stuck up ways regarding research.
Understand that, yeah.
Oh, I'm afraid I do not know. However, I must depart.
Of course. Will you be okay?
Luckily, I have various potions and enchantments that will help me in situations like this.
Well, perfect. Sorry about this.
I do not blame you, but I recommend you to take care of it.
We will.
And he kind of gruffs and grumbles and goes back down the stairs. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm just gonna watch him go.
Yeah, you see a slight
and then let's kind of turn around into the empty hallway or whatever. Okay. What's your deal? What's the deal with this house? What's the deal with these pictures? What is? Please say something, stupid.
It's a ghost of time.
You're like a ghostly violin playing.
There's like stupid fucking ghost that's like gonna slam the door and go back down to the tap room downstairs.
Okay, yeah, so you don't get a vocal response or anything.
Okay.
Okay, you go back downstairs.
Chill around, I guess.
Out of interest, you do hear outside after like another short time has passed. You do hear the not screams, but like the loud voice of. Sorry, let me look up her name again. Of Fala, the herbalist. She is tirading down the street back to the Corellan's Crown. You take a look out the window and you do see she's she's not in her best state. Like her clothes are dirty, she's in hysterics. But yeah, and she slams shut the door of her shop.
It's kind of like shake my head.
Fucking maniacs.
Exactly.
Okay. Afternoon passes. Jet, at this point, you have finished your translations of the texts, and I'm assuming return to the manor as well and to reconvene with
Yeah, and if I'm done with translations, I would bring them as well and put them in the. Oh wait, I don't have. No, I would because I don't have the furniture yet. I would still keep them.
Yeah, the furniture is due tomorrow, I believe. Oh well, interesting. Your furniture is due tomorrow, but the rest is due today.
Oh.
Yeah, you go back to Troscombe Manor. A Raven. So you're sticking with the tower until around 6ish, or what was it?
No, given that it's 6:30, I'll stick around till 5, and then I'm going to go over to Max's. Yeah, Max's house, exactly.
Okay. It's not terribly far from the tower.
Yeah.
You head into the seaward.
Get some dirty looks.
Are led in to Max's house.
It's not like
yeah,
I dressed badly.
Your lessons took various hours, Max, but they have ended at this point.
Cool. I'm sorry.
Raven, you're led in by Jeeves, the butler.
Nice.
And, into Max's
I burst into Max's room. I say, "You got a cane, Max? I'm thinking I want a cane."
Oh yeah, man, like silver, gold,
all sorts, and a monocle maybe.
Monocle. I mean, my dad might have one, I guess.
Or something fancy for the face. Is it? Do I have to wear an opera mask? Is that a thing, or do they only wear those on stage?
Like, I mean, normally, maybe for like the after party, some people might be pulling them out, but you can wear them to the actual thing if you like.
Gets kinky, does it? I see. I think I'll leave the mask off then for now.
Sure.
If that's what they usually.
I mean, we're gonna be coming back here, so you can grab one of mine.
Sure. Just give him a look. Anyway. Okay, cane, rough, coloured clothes, and give me some like knickerbockers and long socks and buckled shoes and all that stuff.
Okay, man, you're going pretty old school then, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right. I got some of that crap. Right, I'll find a suitable
bells and stuff. Great. It's like I want to be hugely ostentatious. If there can be a hat with a feather in it, then there should be a hat with a feather in it.
I will say this is a hot summer night. What you're describing sounds pretty warm.
That's okay.
Okay, you'll endure it. That's fine.
I will, you gotta suffer to be art.
Yeah. I'm wearing like a more like
dashing.
A slightly more modest. Like it's still like nice, but like instead of like gold, it's like silver. So it looks more like silver understated.
Okay. So I'm called silver, and
I'll still wear my fourth grade hat though.
Sure. Yeah.
And I guess we will need to head there at about. Are we just meeting the others? We don't meet them there, right? We don't need to go to like the.
I hope so, because I don't think we could time to swim by the manor.
Yeah, you're right. All right. I guess we leave at about we're starting at 6:30.
We want to get that. I'd probably leave as soon as we're dressed, right? Because we want to get that. If we get that 10 minutes early, that's probably for the better.
I mean,
mingle.
My parents got there 8 hours ago, right, to prepare.
Yeah.
I would check
probably
Mordai if he actually has any formal attire.
Yeah, so Jazz, you get back to the manor at around 5, and Mordai is the only one present.
Yeah, but he looks like a slob, as always.
Mordai out of his trousers.
Do you have anything more formal for this? Or are you planning to stay outside?
He saw
with the various chauffeurs and.
No. I mean, I'm fully honest. Staying outside sounds better than having to listen to that drivel.
Fair enough. Then
shit. What time is it again? Anyways, check the thing, whatever.
Yeah, so starting at 6:30 and ending at around 8. But yeah. The various anchors,
Where's this thing again?
It's somewhere near the market, right?
House.
Yeah, it's
the market, right?
It was somewhere here or here.
At the corner, yeah, exactly.
We'll leave relatively soon.
Cool.
Well, I suppose.
What's the time to get there? Okay, getting there separately, getting there like in a carriage together, or where am I?
Limo, boys. Let's get the limo.
Exactly. We're fancy, right?
I was planning to get a carriage really close to there and walk the last bit.
Because you see, you know, a bit of an idea.
Go ahead.
What is this other thing we kind of want to do? You know, pick up something and then drop it off of the.
And when does this need to be done?
What needs to be done later? But kind of want to have it picked up as soon as possible. And it has to be picked up after 6, which is before 6:30, which is perfect.
Go ahead and where do you need to pick this up?
Shit, where was that place again? In the Dockward?
Yeah, but it is luckily pretty far north dockwards. Let me.
I doubt we can
Like,
get there in like
a little bit.
there and back in 1.5 hours.
If you're in like a carriage, maybe, right?
Yeah, with a carriage, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be a bit tight, but it's possible.
Do you need help with that? It would be quite
What has to be there
precise.
to deliver it? Precisely around midnight. We have to stick around. So maybe we don't.
Well, the opera ends at 8, so
Yeah.
we have more than enough time after that.
Kind of wanted to just have it nearby. But then again, you know what? Scratch it. Scratch this. We'll do this afterwards.
But you wouldn't even go in the offer then.
I ain't going in there.
No. It doesn't matter if you're late for the offer if you're not going to the offer.
Rook, there's such a thing as good manners, okay?
I don't want to be late for the thing I'm not going to.
No, that wasn't a concern about being late.
So what's the concern, sorry?
Having like
Where'd you go get it?
hired a carriage and you're already using the carriage for one thing. You're
A
using it
different
for another.
The carriage is 2 copper.
They're expensive, Ian.
You're not going to the same place. Why do you need to be in the same carriage?
He doesn't want.
No,
The environment is important, okay?
carriage.
Yeah, now. Like, I didn't
Go in. I keep an eye on the thingy anyways, you know? And then
No.
we just go there.
It's got I admire his carpooling.
Exactly, it's efficient.
Horses have emissions, Ian.
It's like a copper per mile we have.
Yeah, but like, okay, doesn't mean we should pollute the environment, okay?
It's like the bus, you know, it doesn't
That's
pollute.
for Dung Sweepers Guild, you know?
They need to work.
Like, petrol's cheap in America, and look at that carbon output, you know? It's bad.
Hey man, petrol's cheap.
Alright. Anyway, so what's happening?
Opera time.
Opera
Yeah,
time.
so, so Morda, you're not going to opera. Just final.
You don't even have an outfit, right? That's not the problem.
Yeah.
I don't have an outfit anyways. Screw that. Let's
Okay.
finish shopping.
So you're sticking around for now. Jet, you depart, take a carriage at around the same time that Max and Raven have dressed up and are going from the opposite side of the city.
I mean, I'll go with what's his face?
Jet?
From there, yeah. I kind of like act like as if I'm like a bodyguard from.
Sure. Yeah, Jet, you're changing at the manor, I'm assuming, right?
We sell the spare ticket.
Yeah, I would change before going there.
We can sell the spare
Um,
ticket for fucking so much money. We have a box ticket.
Surely it's like magically assigned to him in some way if it was like found its way to him.
It's ticking ticket scalpers.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, so the outfit that you were given, Chad, is like a perfect like diagonal line. The top half is golden, and the bottom half is red. Did I have that right?
No. It's gold. Like the main color is yellow/gold, and then the top part is pure white.
Pure white. Okay, yeah, sure. And one arm is completely barren. And
Yeah,
you can still see
but
it.
for Yet specifically, that arm it's wrapped in bandages.
Yeah, and let's see who arrives there first.
While Jacko determines that, did you guys see there's going to be a Chicken Run sequel?
What?
Netflix have announced
Amazing.
Chicken Run sequel.
That's amazing.
I don't even know. I don't think I've seen the first Chicken Run.
Wow.
Me neither.
People don't watch
20 years ago.
People don't like stop motion they British, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
What are the?
You watched Wallace and Gromit though, right?
Wait, Chicken.
Oh, what was
I haven't actually watched any one.
Oh.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I've seen Chicken Run
seen it.
multiple times.
Multiple times.
It's like on a reply on Twitter, someone's like posted a screenshot of a AMA thread on Reddit. I watch Chicken Run every night for 5+ years. Ask me anything. This guy can have a whole half decade of new material now.
I wonder if they're doing any work with like the original. Oh, they are apparently.
Yeah,
It's like...
yeah, produced by Aardman.
Is it still going to be stop motion?
Sorry?
Stop motion though?
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, probably with like modernized like digital techniques and stuff to like make the whole process streamlined. But I assume like because that's kind of like the appeal, right? If they said,
yeah, the visuals are very important.
We're making a Chicken Run sequel, but it's an anime. Like,
I mean,
They animate.
I'm saying I'd watch it. But...
But it's not the same, like real tech. Like it is stop motion, but it's not like the original. Like it's done differently, right? Like,
well, I think originally because like originally they didn't have like digital cameras for doing it or anything.
Yeah,
Not really. So like, but I think they still like position them all by hand, take a frame, position by hand, take a frame. They probably composite scenes and like insert objects and stuff that they've recorded multiple frames on, so you don't have to like position an entire scene. They can just like kind of
definitely. But like it still feels like I guess it's almost was just like I don't know, like when you look at the old Wallace and Gromit, they're like so like they just like someone moving it by hand. But the modern ones are like well not modern, but
yeah.
All right, Jacko. Sorry, we're ready.
It's exciting.
Right. So yeah, Max and Raven, you guys arrived first. I'm assuming you also took a carriage together.
Yeah, you paid.
I mean, there are fancy ones. If you wanna. No, you're good. Okay.
We took a fancy bomb.
Sure, at home, to pay for.
Yeah, so you stop in front of the Lightsinger Theater. It is you've been there before, obviously, Max, but it is like a ostentatious building, marble, beautiful various carvings and statues on the roof. Yeah, on the steps you see there's a crowd. A small crowd slowly going in with a person standing on the steps. Holding a parchment of some kind, checking everyone entering.
Cool. I guess I reckon we should wait for the other two.
Yeah, let's give them a second shot.
Sure. If they're too late, fuck them though.
Hold on, it's the start. I'm excited.
Yes, we just. Yeah, what's the offer about, Jacko? What's the problem?
Yeah, you know vaguely what it is about. You know that is 1 second. You know that it's called Blood Wedding, and it's a dramatic story about a certain count, and his life.
Hard von Zarovich.
Yeah, but you'll see what it's about soon, because it's starting very quickly.
And recorded it, Jacko.
No, but
Damn.
I'll go into a little bit more detail. Yeah, so you guys walk up?
No, we wait for the...
we wait until 5 minutes until it's about to start.
10 minutes later, Jet walks up, having ditched his carriage on the next street.
It's like on its side, burning now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Dude, that's what you're wearing, Mordai?
We can't wear that inside Mordai.
I'm not going there.
Oh, you didn't fancy it, alright? Oh, have you got the
Particularly.
stuff yet, man?
No, that after.
Alright.
I mean, I was thinking of doing, everything together, but after a little bit of thinking, just kind of do everything, in order.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Well, we got a show to catch.
Yeah, are you gonna just?
You guys have. Yeah, I'll be around this place.
Alright, enjoy.
Trying to get stabbed. We go up to the
Sure.
ticket checkers.
Yeah. There's an old man with a bow tie and parchment,
Yes.
like reading of names as people enter.
It's got like 5 bow ties, right, Raven? You'd want. Instead of cufflinks, it's just a bow tie on each wrist.
Well, yeah, but like I feel like the big ruff is like a fancy. It's like it's like a fancier bow tie. I'm dressed like really over the top. It's It's like Jack Sparrow going to the opera.
Yeah, and he reads his parchment, a quick glance at you guys, and go back to the farmers. And you are
Willem of Neverwinter, at your service. And I bow very deeply. I present my.
Indeed. Yes.
Wait,
And then
did the paper thing have a name on it when the paper plane got sent out to us, or no?
it was signed by Mert. It didn't have your name on it.
Okay, so I'm pondering what to say while he like looks at the. Wait, you go ahead, Jet.
I'm Jet of the Immortal Baguda.
Jet of Waterdeep, indeed.
Yeah, they wouldn't fucking. know.
I'm like, is there a max on there?
A Maximilian, perhaps.
No.
Ah, yes. Max voltage.
Great, yeah, that's. So he did a good going in place, if you're not on the list.
Yeah, there's a name that like seems to have like pause. Give him a little pause. It takes a second look at you. Anyways, please head in. As a small queue is starting to.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man. I probably not know this guy. I've probably seen him around a bit.
Yeah, he's a.
Like that way he like looked at me. Do I think he like maybe recognized me?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Doesn't recognize the fucking son of.
I stride him.
Yeah, you see with a second glance.
Yeah, I'll like see you later, Josh, or whatever his fucking name is. Like,
You know him as Irwin.
yeah, alright. So as he like says, good joy. Yeah, I'll see you later, Owen.
Fare thee well, Owen.
Good.
Thank you for your excellent service this evening. And I walk past
Much
it and
obliged.
stride on it.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta play 5 silver, man.
Head on in. Yeah. So you guys enter the lobby of Lightsinger Theater. Let me do a quick music switch. Yeah, the lobby is pretty grand, similar marble. The lobby you can see straight on is like the entrance into the theater itself, where most people are heading. You can see in the lobby there are various groups forming of people that seem to know each other. They're chatting up with. There's waiters passing out drinks and small snacks on plates. And on either side of this lobby is a grand marble staircase heading to a second level.
I'll just check after a quick look around. Do I like? I don't like. There's probably like people I recognize, right?
Yeah. You recognize a few people.
Do I recognize the girl
by
I
faces.
at one time?
Make a perception check just to see who you see. 15. Okay. So yeah, so I'm assuming you guys walk in and take a look around. You do actually see the girl, Max, as Val Rosnor. Even more beautiful than the last time you saw her. You know, she's all dolled up, with striking green eyes, and she's led by the hand by another familiar face, Raynor.
Wow, what a bastard!
Does he look smug?
No,
So you
no,
just look over at Max, like wink.
they haven't noticed it yet, but they're standing by themselves, and while
whisper at him. No. Resist.
Let's make our way over.
He's holding her arm. They're just seem to be having a friendly chat.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I guess like.
Do I see Baywin anywhere?
Also make a perception check. You know, this is a decent crowd of moving people, like going crisscross. So that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll be like, yeah, we should probably go to Heduvane, thank him for like the tickets, you know, get them for us.
Okay. As you guys are moving up to Raynor, Jet, you do spot, kind of because they're so small. You see a group of either gnomes or halflings, in suits that are meant to accentuate their height. You know, high heels and big shoulders.
Tall hats.
Tall hats, of course, yeah. And one of them is a face you recognize as one of the faces that your friend has.
Okay.
One of the faces he has.
He's a many-faced friend.
Yep.
It's Baywin. He's also a gnome. All right. You guys walk up to Raynor. Just the three of you?
Raynor, my dear fellow. We had hoped to see you here. Thank you, the devil, for getting us these tickets.
It's like struggling to look like laughing behind him.
Can't do this. Raynor swivels. Raven, is that he? Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you again. It's been a short while.
We're as pleased as could be. We're so excited for the performance tonight.
I'm like pulling off it a little, man. Just a little.
I must say, a daring approach to this whole scene.
I wouldn't want to not fit in, you know.
Oh, with the various groups and cliques around here, you'll fit right in. Do not worry. Oh, let me introduce you to my partner for the evening, as well, Rosmar.
Charmed, I'm sure. I kiss her hand.
Pleasure.
Yeah, she holds out her hand. She gives you a friendly nod. Max, she looks at you and see a small smile of recognition creep across her face.
Oh. Yeah, I do like, and not a wink, but like a slight eyebrow raise as I like go, a pleasured well, man, and you know, like, you can kiss her hand.
Ah, we meet again, my mysterious stranger.
Indeed. Fancy running into you here.
I see you've left your mask behind for the evening.
I kind of, I wasn't wearing a mask last from fake. I kind of like shrug and I say like, sometimes the two lives intertwine.
She smiles at that.
What are you doing, babe?
I just want to see how much I pick up of this. You know,
Yeah, there's banter, you know.
Chemistry, you know.
Chemistry.
Yeah, mostly I'm reading Max's intentions. I'm reading them loud and clear.
What you do see, Raven. Wait, let me talk to you.
Ooh, wow.
Push
a button, get fucking sneaky shit. I like it.
Oh, sneaky shit. I like kind of, you know, sit down, kind of turn the mail and I'll be like, yeah, thanks again for the tickets. It was kind of you. About meeting with Mert. Is it simply about the loan you suggested?
Oh, well, yes, mostly. I saw the situation that you found yourselves in. I believe money might be high on your list. He has various connections as well. You can talk to him about it. He's an interesting fellow.
I don't mean to, pry, but did you tell him much about us?
I personally did not tell you much, but I should inform you that if there are things happening in the city, he is one of the people that will know much about it. So he'll be familiar at least.
I see. Well, I'm sure it'll be good to talk to him. I kind of like, well, we better find our seats. I hope you two have a lovely evening. And nod my head.
We'll catch you at intermission.
Of course.
Yeah, you guys start walking. A bit awkward because you start heading up the stairs and they are going the same way. So
I definitely if I see them even start doing that, I'm like, no, we'll go pretend we have to see someone else and then go up later.
Yeah, you grab a quick drink from one of them.
Yeah, there. Can't go back. It's just like people just handing out drinks and stuff. Is there like if you want anything special, or no? It's just like
Sorry.
Is it like a bar as well where you can order specific drinks, or it's just like people walking around with stuff?
Yeah, there's also a bar. The waiters are going in a door next to it, but there's someone standing behind the bar. And the biggest crowd is there. Yeah.
The people handing out drinks randomly. That's like basically probably like just like champagne and stuff, right? Like
yeah, champagne, bubbly drinks.
I don't know if I want a bubbly drink. I'll go get a beer from the bar before we head up.
Okay. Yeah, there's a tap. You get a nice fancy foam in a way too expensive glass.
What? I wanted a fucking mug. Okay.
No, it's a glass, but it does have a
handle. Stein. Nice. Okay,
Stein. There we go.
I'll grab some wine.
Okay.
There must be champagne.
Yeah, all the champagne.
Champagne is the thing that is mostly.
Definitely getting the champagne.
Take like 5 of those off the walking by people. It's like, wait a minute, glug. Put it down. Glug.
I'll just take the tray, why don't I?
Yes, you take one, you take the tray, and you give it back.
Yeah.
It's all for you. Good job.
Enjoy yourself, why don't you?
Okay, but I guess once you
Or why I didn't internationalizing a theater.
they don't tell me a job would be this good.
Yeah. Okay, you grab your first drinks and go upstairs. Yeah, the theater is arranged in almost like at least the balcony part, almost like an amphitheater style, and like in 2 half circles, and various closed-off boxes, like circular boxes, that fit a small group. Yeah, you guys find yourselves to section C, and there is a box waiting for you with like a little sign that is propped up by a wooden thing.
What does it say on the sign?
It says your names.
What name does it say?
It says the same name, Max Voltage.
Okay.
So it's like a private box. I'm not private because like obviously overlooking the performance, but we are in like our own box.
If we assassinate one of the people, we do it from here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
it's like a private box with even a door you can close.
yeah, like a Palpatine, Anakin, Pelagius the Wise situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
Great. As soon as we're like relatively in the privacy of that, I take like half my clothes off. I'm still like fully dressed, but like all the like extraneous like tie, hats. I'm like, fuck, that was hot. Oh, you were right, Max. Jesus. Whew. Worth it though.
Yeah, and got pretty good seats, man. Really chill. Kind of put my feet up on the balcony, like kind of lean back in the chair.
Yeah, well, on the outside, like facing inwards of the theater, you can see the various other boxes, and you spot some familiar faces, Max. You spot your parents for one.
They're not performing. My dad, at least.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah, your dad would be what's like the little room called where they delegate the music in the theater. But right now he's still up here with your mother, and you do see they're talking with 2 faces you also recognize, the Castellanters. They're currently in the same box, like opposite of you. They're the richest family with the bank.
They're the bank boys. Okay, yeah.
The bank boys, yeah.
Surely not corrupt in any way, shape, or form.
And out of interest, also as you're heading into the box that you guys own, on right next to the stairs, a small gathering has formed with in the middle, like a gnome, but a very interesting one. Like he's almost like Jaime Lannister small. Like imagine his face on like a gnome's body. Also sharply dressed with a hat that rivals yours, Max. And he's currently in the process of telling a story concerning the fashion of Neverwinter as opposed to Waterdeep. Not the most exciting subject, but everyone listening seems to be engrossed and interested. Okay, and then you guys find yourselves in your private box. Still a few minutes before the show starts.
I would look around the box to see if I see either the
For bugs.
halflings or the other family I know that my friend knows.
Okay. That's pretty specific. I want to.
Those are the only faces I would recognize in any way.
Yeah, but make another perception check.
Okay, sure.
I'm like, look, my parents are doing something shady.
Come up the stairs behind you, and Baywin spots you and gives you a courteous bow.
I'll give him a nod as we walk into the private booth thing.
You recognize it's only a few minutes until the show starts, so everybody's finding their seats and getting ready.
I'm like frantically unbuttoning a waistcoat.
By the way,
your
is
parents doing
Maven
what?
like dressed in monk robes or in the same style as the other halflings?
He's dressed in monk robes, yes.
Okay.
Just a small version of them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's. So do you guys wait until the prom starts?
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on Max's apparently shady parents, yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a little look through there. See if,
Yeah,
like,
so what are they up to?
conversations going like courteous if I see any, not like, obviously not if I see any rage, but if I see any like expressions of like annoyance or anything like that, I guess.
Okay. They're opposite you, kind of far away. So just make me another general perception check.
We didn't give them the opera glasses so we can like we used to look.
You know, they ask, you know.
Hey, they don't provide. Oh, these bastards. Perception check.
How many people just take them with? Okay. Yeah, you see, the two men are talking to each other and the two women are talking to each other like separately. You see the women are actually engaged in a very hush conversation, what it appears to be like whispering into each other's ears, but perhaps because just being civil. And the men are sitting in their seats, just mostly regarding the theater, saying something every now and then. But at a certain point, Victorio Castellanter, that we know, the man, spots you and gives you a warm smile, a smile like a wave.
Yeah, I like greeting and giving like a smile back.
And then he leans over to your.
I hide. No.
You give him the no eyes?
No, I don't give him that.
Okay. Yeah, no, he leans over and points pretty specifically at you and whispers something, and your father, surprised, looks over at you and gives you another like a short.
Yeah, I give him a hey dad.
Afterwards, Victorio seems to be animated in conversation, and your father mostly listening and nodding and in thought.
Man, if only one of us had to feed the less you eat lips, guys, what would we do with our lives?
And then your father excuses himself.
I'll be coming
in. You see he walks out of the box. You dread the knocking, but it doesn't come. The lights in the main theater area go down, and a small, like a light song starts to play. as the performance is slowly starting up.
I was putting my clothes back on when we thought Max's dad might be coming, but now I'm taking them off again.
Yeah, you discarded the other bow ties. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys just watch the play. So it is called Blood Wedding. It's a play about like a count that is lives alone in a castle, and then a young woman is brought to the castle because they're arranged to be married, but the woman falls in love with her younger brother, who is a man of faith. And then the count gets jealous, he murders the brother on his wedding day, and pursues the bride, but the bride hurls herself off the castle. But
This is literally the story of Strahd.
the count is cursed by the gods and transformed into a creature of darkness. The castle and
I've seen this one before.
Like familiar story.
It is a story about love, jealousy, and death.
Crazy.
Wait, hang on, but then where's
How
the
original.
interval? Because like I feel like we've got to the end of the story and the interval hasn't come yet.
Well,
There's the second half how the adventurers come and defeat the count or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the music is very somber and yeah.
Dude, it's
dark.
real counter, isn't it, man? Like fuck.
Sad.
But opera usually is.
Don't know. Oh, you can't. More die. Don't drop it.
Mordai stumbles into the box. Completely.
Then I fall through the roof onto the stage.
The count himself.
It's like, we knew someone was stealing the lead off the roof.
God fucking damn it!
Alright.
What? Did you break something?
Luckily, I caught the glass, but all the ice that was in the glass went over the wall.
Over the wall, what?
Like, this is a wall behind.
Like along the wall. I mean,
Like, yeah, towards the back, there in
It's
the
nice.
corner. You know, it's spilled that way. Oh, now
Sounds
my
fun.
wall's all stained. That's in the corner. No one looks in the corner with the trash. It's fine. God fucking damn it. Okay,
Alright.
those glasses further in. There you go.
yeah, but the lights go dark again. Intermission starts, and you can hear people starting to exit the boxes, and the people downstairs in the main theater are also seem to be heading back to the lobby for the intermission.
Okay, as it starts, I'm like, alright, are we two men gonna like wait here and he'll show up, right? Okay, now is it? Was it?
I try, I guess so.
Alright,
close back
I guess we'll open the door and be, inviting.
Important to be dressed up for this.
Yeah.
You wait a few minutes, but no one appears to be showing up.
Did we have to find like Mert or something?
Yeah, I mean, they got the note still. Says meet at admission, private box C.
Alright, well, meet here then. If they don't show up, it's just a free opera show.
I'll go down to the
Alright.
lobby. I'll see if I can get a word with Baywin when I'm here.
Give me
Alright,
another
if you see-
champagne
I
while
describe
you're
what
down there.
Red looks like to him, I guess.
Okay.
If you see this dude, just come get us, I guess. Or,
Yeah.
or meet with him yourself if you like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I would head down.
Okay, you head down. Let's deal with that first. You spot the halfling family and Baywin. Baywin appears to be getting introduced to this other group that they're talking to. Baywin seems to be mostly polite and diplomatic about the whole thing, and he sees you, turns to both groups, appears to be excusing himself, and walks up to you.
Okay.
Yes. Jet. This is nice to see you.
Likewise. Enjoying the opera?
It's a bit dour for my tastes, but Waterdeep usually is.
I would change to Celestial, and I would.
Fantastic.
He changed it into an angel.
Yeah, I
Figure.
changed it into an angel.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Polymorph.
Yeah. I would be interested in speaking to you at some point. How long does these intermissions normally last?
I believe officially about 15 minutes, but they usually drag on to 20, even 25 minutes. So we have time.
Good. I would look around and see if I see. I would occasionally look around and see if I see Mert. Otherwise, I would just speak to.
You look around. You gave a description of Mert, right?
Yeah.
Max? Yeah. No, you don't say. You don't appear to see this man.
Okay.
And Beowyn is also looking around because of the sudden language change. There's, no one appears to be listening. But what is this matter that you wish to discuss?
It has to do with the Black Viper.
Huh. That's an interesting topic. Common one nowadays in these circles.
I happen to have met this certain individual, so it seemed anyway.
Huh. Have you duly reported him to the watch?
An action that would have led to nothing, so not at the moment.
Well, if you do happen to share this information with others around here, don't mention the last part. They are quite in an uproar about the whole situation.
I'm well aware. It would appear, however, this person only targeting those who are both officially and not so officially corrupt or associated with those that are.
Well, they don't see it that way themselves, but they are being lifted of their various material possessions, which they find very unsettling. He kind of chuckles about.
You're friends with two of the noble families here. What would you say of them? Would you say that they are someone that are sure to be targeted, or only perhaps?
The snow beetles don't have many enemies, although, interestingly, their son appears to be missing, which is not
Tree strings.
not very unlikely for the young swords, but I'm sure he'll turn up any day now. Other than that, the growl hunts, their misfortune continues to this very day. Many people that do not appreciate their previous connections and their material possessions that we spoke of before are not as large as they once were. So they will be unlikely targets, I think.
I see. Well, no matter. Well,
Are
if
you trying to protect these nobles? Personally, think it's a good lesson in the value of non-material possessions, but you know.
if you see that they have become a target and require my aid, I will. I don't care much if the corrupts has some of their possessions taken from them.
I'll ask around. It is an intriguing subject either way.
Well, no matter. If you need my help at any point, just say the word. Other than that, I believe I have someone else I need to talk to in his place.
Alright. I don't think you need any help. From what I've heard, in fact, you have various friends nowadays, powerful ones as well.
I don't know much power they really have. It's time will tell, I suppose.
Hey now, we're fucking ripped.
Well, if they choose to follow the path of our order, they're always welcome. Well then, I must excuse myself. This is a prime time for my duties.
May your path be smooth. And then I take another look around, see if I see Mert, and if I don't see him, I would walk back to the house.
No, you don't see Mur downstairs, but the other two, while hanging around in your box with the door open, the whole doorway is suddenly engulfed. It seems like as this huge man, this absolute size of this lad is amazing.
Absolute unit.
My, what
yeah.
a unit!
Grand in all sense of the word. You know, he's both tall and rotund, dressed in like a green vestments that appear to hold up quite well. You know, considering the size of the belly. And as you see the face dive down into the doorway, you see a similarly green hat, a bowler hat, and like a thick mustache. And Max, you recognize this man. He's Mert, the owner of Lansing Theatre. And he, with a roaring voice, he says, "Ah, I am Mert. I am the owner of this establishment. May I enter?"
Yeah, sure, Mert.
Of course you may.
Will you fit inside the box?
I'll back up to make room.
So he takes up one of the benches, and it is fully occupied by himself. And he says, "A very interesting appointment indeed. Recommended by Raynor Neverember himself. That doesn't happen very often."
He seems quite smitten with us. He's recommended us to practically everyone he knows.
He looks at you, and he says, "Are you mocking my voice?"
Not intentionally.
Make either a deception or a persuasion check, whatever you feel is most
my good either.
fitting in the situation.
Not really not hit voice in particular.
Persuasion, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Just my imagination then. Anyways, Raynor is not the only one who recommended this meeting to take place. My organization apparently has kept watch on you for a while now.
Is that so?
He taps like a what do you call that? Like a Pokemon badge, you know, but like a metal symbol on his shoulder of a harp.
A harper. I waggle my eyebrows.
Indeed, you know your symbols. Now,
Are you any good?
I think back to my lesson today. Was that an intuition into the harpers? Maybe it was.
They're usually more secretive than this, but I choose to act in the open.
What do I know about the harpers, Jacko?
Roll me knowledge history. You can as well, Raven, if you want.
Yeah. Nice.
We are so good at these
I've
rolls.
heard of them though. They're really fucking good at the harp.
Fairly secret organization.
They're really fucking good.
They have some links to Forest Grey. You've heard their name mentioned in the past.
They good or bad?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
considered mostly good.
Okay, I mean, if they connection to Force Grey, right? At least from our point of view, they'd probably be considered good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Indeed,
So-
and why have you taken an interest? Beyond Raynar's recommendation, that is.
God damn.
I can't do this, Raven.
Sorry, I'll stop.
No, please don't, please don't. Oh wait,
No, I was in character. I say to Max, like, sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah, dude, it's like giving me a fucking headache.
I like.
quit performing yourself, are you?
I
You
just.
wanted to fit in, you know.
I don't come to these places often. I grew up in a forest. I just wanted to enjoy myself. Like a touch dramatically, I suppose.
Well, let me say this: the best way to fit in is to be yourself, make your own way, and force the others to accept you. This is what I did, and although I have many enemies, they won't act on it.
Eaten
Those
most
sound
of them,
good.
have you?
Open
And it just eats me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are
chomp.
you up?
Ugh.
Well, I see that other factions have also taken interest and looks at your symbols or the grey hands. Interesting.
Yeah, everyone wants a piece of us badly, you know.
Well, with your recent activity in the city, who can blame them?
So which recent activity?
Yeah, which of the recent
The
activities
dragon?
are you referring to? The climbing of the
Dragon
mountain?
The dragon was fucking cool, can't argue that, yeah.
The dragon was interesting, I'll admit. I've only met a few of them myself. No, I am referring to saving the son of the previous open lord.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That was like the first thing. That was kind of like.
Yeah, Floon was harder, if I'm honest.
Wait, that was Flume, right?
No, we saved Raynar at the hideout. Floon, we had to go into like the whole
but I mean, that by
underground.
accident does do with Flume.
Yeah, but I mean, the Floon part was the hard part, in my opinion,
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I mean, Maynard was just fucking stuck in the cupboard somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rescued us, really.
Yeah.
People won't thank you much for that, but let me personally thank you. He's a great drinking buddy.
Yeah, we found so as well.
Yeah, he's alright.
Well, what do you know about the Harpers?
You're a secret organization, right?
Generally.
And you're good?
We would consider ourselves goods.
Alright.
Now, most members of our organization are not willing to put this on display quite as obvious as me, but consider me the face of the Harpers. At least some other people.
So, like, loads of people know you're one of them.
Indeed.
Yeah, but it's like, you can't be that secret
But
if
what
you wear like, a
exactly-
fucking badge, right?
What exactly is a Harper, though? I've seen the name
We
on
want
transactional records and stuff at Blackstaff Tower. I've done work with you before, but who?
Who?
And what?
Well, let me first answer your question. We want people to know the Harpers are in the city. We just don't want people to know who the Harpers are and where they are currently entrenched. Now, to you,
As for who they are,
yes,
it's like we don't want people to know who they are. But as for who they are,
generally speaking, our organization deals with the protection of nefarious magical objects and the securing of other artifacts. Make sure they do not fall into the wrong hands.
It's cool. Like treasure
We
hunters.
have. Indeed, but not for personal gain.
Sure.
Other than that, we deal in secrets and information and make sure that the city functions as it should.
Cool.
This means that we often have to work with Force Grey, as they have links with the city government and are capable enough on their own.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And yes, I have read the personal report of one of our employees who has followed you for quite a while now. That at least most of your band falls within the perimeters of what we consider hopeful applicants. So I hereby extend my invitation for you to perhaps join the Harpers.
I look to Max, like, just interestedly.
Like, what do we do?
You investigate, you protect, you...
Yeah, but like,
Come
I'm
to
like
a better goal.
short term. Like, do you have anything in mind?
There are things that are bubbling up within the city that we could use your aid with.
I kind of like, what do we know? What do we know? Is anything bubbling up even underneath the city?
If nothing
Was-
comes up directly, I
was
can
already doing
throw
some
one out
sh-
for you.
We're already doing some shit for like Full Grey, you know. Are we actually? Not really, right? Anymore, I guess.
Not
I mean-
presently on assignment. We've done 2 so far. I'm sure there'll be another one
But like,
coming relatively
Let
soon.
me...
so there are like a lot of
I
people. in, like,
know that
Force
you're
Grey?
recent recruits of Force Grey, so let me just approach you with my opinion of them. Although they have many capable members, adventurers and the like, they act out in the open without any regard of consequences, long term. This is not very effective, in my opinion, as far as the organization goes. The Harpers have a long history of avoiding and protecting from great disasters.
But like, are you saying we'd have to like quit being Full Grey, or can't we just be like a Hartford secret and do it anyway?
I suppose you could juggle both responsibilities. It would give you a cover of sorts. However, as I said, there is overlap. If people know that you belong with the Grey Hands, you will be able to enter less doorways than you would normally be able to. But you could take a page out of my personal book and just barge in anyways.
Yeah, have a lot of fingers in many pies. You know, I bet you love it.
I do love pie.
Like, well, I mean, if we can just like do it and like, I mean, I don't really want to leave Force Grey. I just like join, and it seems like a kind of dick move to just be like, well, fuck you guys. I'm joining a different secret organization. But like, I mean, if it means we'll find out cool shit, I guess I don't mind. Just joining you guys. Well, I kind of look at Raven like, let me see what the harm is.
That's too much of a conflict of interest for me. You could easily end up with an instruction from one organization and a directly oppositional instruction from the other, the way they work together. Especially if the Harpers are as secretive as our friend here indicates.
I'll do it.
Give me a persuasion check.
What do you mean? He's offering me? Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, well, he recognizes that you're a bit, half-hearted about the thing, but...
I'm not. I'm honestly not. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm honestly
Okay, well,
not.
then he believes that you're
I swear I'm not. I'm like actually like, yeah, fucking why not? I mean, I'm not like super into it, but I'm like, I'm not half-hearted. I'm just like,
Okay.
why the fuck not?
That sounds
Well-
pretty half-hearted.
No. Okay, maybe a
Let
little.
it be
I
known
don't know.
that as you join, we cannot trust you completely, so there will be someone
Sure.
shadowing you and making sure that you do not take...
You have any like strict rules?
Cues are right. Do not do as I do and bear this out in public. Do not mention to anyone that you are part of our organization.
Sure.
And make sure to keep the general interests of the city in mind.
But not like, don't kill anyone or stuff like that.
A little murder here and there has never hurt anyone.
Alright,
Other than
dude.
one being murdered, I
Alright,
suppose.
dude. Do I get to have a cool badge though, or not?
Jet, at this point, you do get back up to the box.
Do I get like to have one of those cool badges though, or nah, I don't even get one?
Of course, you get one, and he kind of reaches out in a very deep pocket, and there's some clinking of what appear to be multiple badges, and he flicks you a badge of a silver harp.
Do we have to like learn how to play the fucking harp? Well, I was like getting taught today, and it's not like that fucking good.
No, instruments are a waste of time.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, I should say,
I kind of like considered throwing
I
it
should
back.
say, this is my personal opinion. There
You see the fucking loot, man?
are often musicians in our organization because they have the ability to get anywhere
Yeah.
and
I do like
be
that.
mostly unnoticed.
Cool, cool. And like, so when I get
Wait,
the
hang on,
secret
but you run an
mission-
opera house, right? And you ain't got no time for instruments.
I do not.
Alright,
This
just
is-
getting that straight. That's fair. No.
This
Be
is
about
my
your business.
retirement plan. It gives money and connections.
Do I get to like know if someone else is like a harper? Like, is Rainer, is he a harper or did he just made it yours?
Raynor, lovable lad as he is, he does not have the skills to help us.
Do you reckon
but
I
he's a
do?
friend.
Alright.
Mert, I suppose.
Oh, this is Jed, one of our
I-
friends.
I know all of your names.
Yeah, but like, it's kind of rude just to be like, you know, not introduce him.
Interestingly, you have two of them.
Jed has. Oh, me.
You.
Oh. Yeah. It is interesting.
So, Jet, I
Yeah, I would like walk around them into.
I've already made my spiel to these two, so I'll keep it short. I am one of the Harpers, a secret organization tasked with the protection of mostly magical artifacts, and we also deal in information and secrets that would harm the city of Waterdeep. We extend this invitation to your group. Now that you mention it, we are missing one, aren't we?
Yeah, he
Where's-
didn't
where's
really.
the-
He
where's
couldn't
the
really be
thief in that
fucked
one?
with the opera.
Hmm.
But like, we can pass on a message if you like.
All right,
Like, do you want to join secret organization, that kind of thing?
as long as you keep it between yourselves.
Sure, yeah.
And if you do get tortured, please leave
think-
our name out.
Well, everyone knows you're the leader anyway, right? You're not a leader, but you're in it. Not like we can tell them anything new.
I think a Gentarim member's interests may be even more conflicted than my own.
Oh, so you come out in the open with it. I was
What?
gonna ask about
Oh,
it.
yeah, he's a
Mordai's
fucking gang
Mordai's
member.
Association?
Yeah.
Yes. If you've
But,
been
like,
watching
you know,
us for any length of time, you're certainly aware of that particular piece of information.
Of course. But first, to you, Chats. Are you willing to accept our invitation?
If you know about us, you should know about my direct association with the
He
Mortal
walks so
Pagoda.
low.
You're in your organization if it's for Waterdeep.
Well, the Harpers are spread across the world, but
What?
yes,
They are?
our faction deals with Waterdeep specifically.
But it is for the greater good of, well,
They're great and good.
yeah,
They're great. Are good.
greater good. If a larger event would occur that obviously the Harpers would take part in, that would negatively affect the temple if I were to take part. I naturally would not choose the Harpers whether or not I was a part of it or not.
Then I suggest you carve your own path. If one were to refuse a mission of ours, we cannot put our full trust in them.
I'll,
You're not gonna like kill me
any
though,
of-
right?
Not unless you do something worthy of killing.
Cool, cool.
If any of my companions accept the offer,
That would be a secret, obviously.
You learn quick.
and they persuade me to do a mission that obviously has nothing to do with you guys, I'll help in whatever way I can. I have my priorities. I have no interest in the games of your or any other's organization.
It's kind of like, is there a limit to how many like organizations I can be a part of?
A practical limit, yes. A legal
like-
limit, I'm not certain.
Interestingly, The previous Blackstaff was part of the Harpers. Calvin, I believe his name was.
It was,
Cool.
if anyone's wondering.
I'm not big on history. I'm more of a here and now kind of guy.
Sure. Do I get
Right,
like a...
so
Interesting.
don't really get much more than the symbol I've already given you, but
Wait,
please.
wait, he doesn't know him except... Oh. Fucking hell, you're bad at this, man.
Kelvin Blackstaff was a harper. From what I know about him, he strikes me as less of the keep evil artifacts away and not use them for yourself sort of guy, and more of the use them dramatically for yourself to increase your personal power kind of. From my
I remember there being
impression
some
of the
conflicts.
histories.
Sure. This might be a reason why our organizations never quite gelled.
I will make sure all the secret powerful magic artifacts I find, hand invite to you.
Indeed.
But
I shrug and I say, I mean, the difference is, as you highlighted, it's the reason I declined your offer. I'm afraid Vajra Safar offers me a more direct path to power than your organization. It seems to be focused on locking power away.
A fair assessment. Now then, pass this message along to your Zentering friend, which brings me to this next topic, the Zentering. Troublemakers, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
multiple times over now.
Now,
Slander.
us as the Harpers, we keep a close eye. And we believe to have identified some members of the Zentering, including your companion, of course. Do the name Yagra and Devil's Starsong mean anything to you? And he focuses on each of you separately.
Yep.
for a few
They
seconds.
might.
I look at him indifferently.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
And what would you have to say about these individuals?
Yagra's, I mean, I have spoken to Yagra for like 5 seconds. She was alright. That all seems kind of cocky dick, I reckon. But like, I try not to deal with him anymore. He had like a job for us, and like, I don't know. The job was alright, but he's such a stuck-up prick.
If you're concerned with menaces to the good order of the city and society, I'd care less about those Gentry members than a certain Erstal Floxen, if that name's come across your path. He's someone out with a vengeance and seems intent on causing trouble. If you are looking to pick any kind of issue with the Gentry,
Dude, take the
he's
badge,
the one
man.
I'd,
Just take the badge.
he's the one I'd
You're already
focus
doing
on.
the job.
Rustle Flux. I'll pass it along. Thank you. But from what you have said, you do confirm that the names I've mentioned are with the Zentry then. Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I didn't confirm
Pretty surprised
anything,
that you
but
didn't know Yagra was already.
I guess
part of it.
Max works for you now, so yes. But short circuit that other conversation. They're both members of the Entering. We've had dealings with them in the past.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Other than that, I believe Raynar mentioned a personal matter that you wish to discuss with me.
Yeah.
You-
He gave us a
Other than
tip
these.
that we've recently come to acquire, through the matter with Raynar, Troll Skull Manor.
Interesting.
And apparently the owners don't tend to last very long, so while we still have it, we'd like to get some renovations done.
Very smart. Increase the property value.
Sure. Something along those lines.
We can
Also make it
actually
more
live in, you know,
comfortable, yeah, for ourselves while we're living there.
You're choosing it as a residence. Okay.
And we're going to try and get the whole thing open.
Bold indeed. Oh, in that case, I can guess to your...
Yeah. Point of it all is we're in need of a bit of financial support, at least to get ourselves off the ground.
How do
in
I
the short
get paid
run.
for being in your guys' secret society?
Less than we're going to need to do up the manor, mate.
Yeah, just curious, you know.
The Harpers They are, as much to my chagrin, they are non-profits, and therefore
What?
cannot pay their employers very much.
What?
It would
Wait,
also
oh.
lead to more gold traveling between hands that could be tracked.
Okay, but like some benefits, right?
Oh, indeed. Many contacts, much information. If you're in trouble, we can be there to aid.
Alright.
So more backing then.
Yes,
Financial
but
back.
consider this a noble effort to better the world.
Yeah, whatever. People will cover my back, sure, I got it. But yeah, I guess we need
Well,
some money.
I do have a bit of reputation, but I'm not really interested in lending money. I'm more of an investor. And truth be told, a tavern does sound interesting indeed. I once tried to buy the Ionic Portal, but that's Durnan, the bloody fool, didn't wish to consider my proposals.
I doubt Durnan would give up Durnan seemed like the person that wouldn't even give up the yawning portal for the rest of Waterdeep combined.
That is a fair assessment. But with my investments, I obviously would give the responsibility and name of the. I'll leave that to you. I merely wish to gain a part of the profits. I believe. For each 100 gold pieces that I would give out to you, I would want a percentage of the profits.
Net
5%
or
of
gross profit?
I see you're more used to these kind of dealings that you're used to.
Yeah, you know, my dad made sure I knew what I was talking about.
I'll keep it to net profits. It's only fair.
Okay.
So 5% of your net profits. And how much gold are you looking for?
Let's see here.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's calculating it in his head again how much we actually needed. Total. Wait, we already have furniture. So don't need to replace furniture. We still need.
Alright, I'm not sure if I phrased it correctly, but he's saying 5% for each 100 gold pieces that he gives you.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you said I heard 1% first time. I thought that was very low.
That's a
wish.
good deal.
But you know, it's only net profit, so we're going to charge ourselves a higher wage and say we're making less net profit.
Hollywood,
Fair.
baby.
Idiot doesn't know how financing works.
Discounting what we've already renovated or already paid for, the total renovation cost of the entire manor would be, if we asked the correct people, around 750 gold, which would be not so 0.7 times 5.
It'd be about 37.5%.
Yeah.
It would be that, right?
It would be that.
It
Yes.
would be that if we want to have you support our entire.
I mean, I don't really care much about making money. I don't mind if it's just on the net profit. I'm happy.
Yeah.
with that.
I'd honestly happy
This
be
goes
happy
without
to.
saying, but I would want you to open the inn and actively work it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be happier going up to an even 1,000 for 50% of the profit, so that we've got some starting capital.
Yeah, that's true. Make sure we got enough drink and can hire
Go
some
in as
people to work.
half and half. Our group owns one half, you own the other. We
Interesting.
manage everything, but you basically fund it until we're off the ground, and then presumably in the long run, would you want to keep ownership of the business, or would you be looking for us to pay you back on the... Are you looking to permanently buy part, or are you looking to be bought out in the long run?
I like to dabble in various projects. I can't promise anything, but eventually, should you wish strongly, we can negotiate buying back my share of the establishment.
For 500,000. Value you're in at 1,000,000 gold.
Sure. Well,
Now,
1,000 for 50% for now seems a fair deal. That would get us renovated and open.
for an honest transaction, it will probably take some time. Honestly, these renovations will take some time to begin with.
Of course.
But there is another problem with the manor that has to be dealt with that we are unsure how much longer it will take.
I've got a couple of ideas on that score. Bit of a haunting problem, but I'm gonna talk to some people
Also,
tomorrow.
like, the war's gonna end
I've
like in
heard.
a couple of months, right? So like,
Only according to some crazy prophecy.
yeah, but
Doesn't actually gonna happen.
like maybe that'll happen.
Do you know how many times the world has faced a cataclysmic world-ending event in the last 20 years? It's like at least 3.
Yeah, but a few times like the gods actually like attack.
A
right?
few zeros more than that. But regarding this
Well, hang on.
prophecy-
Just 4 years ago there was the Spell Plague, and then also in the same period was the Death Curse. So that's 2 at least in the last 20 years.
Don't forget the War of Tiamat.
Yeah, well, that was all tied in with the Spell Plague, right? Or am I making? I can't. Look, point is, it happens. I fucked up. There's a lot of almost dying.
But going back
prophecy
to
that's
this prophecy you speak of,
Yeah.
care to elaborate?
It's like this old dude on the mountain. You heard of him?
There's a monk on top of Mount Waterdeep. You must be familiar with his
Oh,
existence.
old crazy monk in the mountain.
Exchange words.
Sure, he was like, well, he had like a fucking poem he'd written.
Yeah, before Winter's End or something, we're all gonna die.
It's like the twin of evil will fuck us up, I think. I forget the exact phrasing.
Yeah, I got it in notes somewhere, but I didn't bring them because this outfit doesn't have pockets.
Yeah, I'll tell you at our next secret meeting.
I might need to have a little conversation with your boss.
My
Even?
boss.
No,
Oh, wait. Oh.
this one's boss.
Well,
Sure.
I hope after we gave you this information that she will remain his boss after that conversation.
Sure,
How
she
do
looks
you
forward
know
to
what
it.
her?
Well, I'll mention.
How does she feel about
loyalty
that?
to-
How does
to
she
her.
feel about the Harpers out of interest? And you guys
Oh,
work
we
together
won't,
right,
yeah.
sometimes?
We work with them.
Have you met Vaja?
Yeah.
She has a personality to match my own. Blunt and honest in ways that is not a fit with the Harpers. She also does not seem to appreciate some of our methods.
Cool,
Yeah, and if there
cool.
was ever someone who wanted to keep the artifacts for themselves.
Do you reckon she's gonna like kick me out? Maybe?
Possibly, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Or more likely, knowing her, she'll ask you to spy on the Harpers for her.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then maybe the Harpers will make spy on full screen.
I know, that's why I said conflict of interest.
I mean,
Circle currently continues.
yeah, it's fine. I'll spy on both of you guys. What's the problem? Just an equal exchange of information. No one minds that.
Well,
It's gonna be hell.
I'm afraid the intermission is almost done. Any other secrets or information you wish to divulge to me?
Not particularly.
Well then, we will discuss it
Right.
at our next secret meeting.
Cool, cool. Let me know.
And as to our verbal agreement towards Troskal Manor, I'll have something written up and sent towards your mansion.
We look forward.
Sweet.
Enjoy the rest of the show. And
We shall.
he steps out, and you hear the exchange of a couple of words as he steps out by someone who was apparently standing outside.
I didn't see them on my way in.
Well,
invisible.
no, you didn't see them on your way home. Oh, Victorio. Enjoying the show, are you? And you hear some back and forth, and the stomping away of Mert.
Yeah, you can always hear Mark coming or going.
As you hear the yeah, exactly, he's like a T-Rex, and you hear a soft knock, and Victorio Castellanter, Max pops in. Victorio, I'll give a brief description. He's extremely well dressed. He does have a cane with a golden tip on it.
It's your father.
I flourish my cane.
He's
My good
got a
man!
nice deep
Oh,
purple. Yeah. Greetings. May I come in?
Indeed, to what do we owe the pleasure, Mr.
I am Victorio Casalanta. Pleasure to meet you.
Chand, Willem of Neverwinter?
I'm taking deep breaths in the background.
He's taken all this pretty well. Interesting. I have not seen your face around here before.
My first opera, to be sure. Being brought along by my friend Max, who's just mad because this is how he sounds.
Max, is it? Maxwell, indeed. Okay.
Maximilian, perhaps you know him by.
I hope we will see each other in future operas then, and catch up.
I hope so
Neverwinter
too.
is a very interesting place.
Very indeed. I should love to
Now-
talk to you about it someday, but right now the show's about to start.
Right, which is why I quickly want to have a word with Max over here. May I take you outside for just a moment?
Of course, it'll give me a minute for my headache to go away.
Yeah, as you step outside, you say, interesting friends of yours.
Yeah, I think they're enjoying, or at least Willem's enjoying embarrassing me a little.
Now I see why your father worries about you so much.
You know, they're really making it look worse than it is. You know, he's up at the tower, he's like a proper, like, you know, hard worker, and just act like a douche. Sorry, like a bad person. May I
Well,
help you?
I remember being your age.
Yeah.
And your father, he talks and bluffs, but you know, he will do nothing in the end. You should not worry too much. You should live your own life.
Cheers.
But
That's,
I just
nice
wanted
of
to
you
stop
say.
by for a bit a moment and say, if you ever wish to talk or you have any problems, don't hesitate to stop by. We're old friends, you know?
Oh, it's very
Merely
kind of you.
neighbors.
Yes, it's very kind. I'll be sure to remember that.
Right.
And you know, if you have anything you want to talk about, feel free. Pop over.
Perhaps I'll pop by sometime.
Yeah,
Have
of
a
course.
dinner with the family.
Yeah, sounds lovely.
Give my regards to your parents.
No, of course.
Keep safe, young Max. It
Thank
gives
you.
you great.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show, and I'll
Of course.
go back in.
Yeah, the lights are dimming at this point, and I see almost everybody's back in their seats. And Victoria rushes off. Yeah, so the rest of the play I've already spoiled a little bit.
You
But,
bastard.
This final part deals with the death and afterlife of the Count, and the ruin of his legacy, and the destruction of his undeath life.
Hmm.
Okay, and yeah, the play ends about 15 past 8.
Yeah.
And the lights turn back on, and you see Max. You know, as a young boy, you were often taken to the opera. Usually, there's like a large applause and people, you know, excitedly whispering about various parts of it. But you notice that the general mood is a bit more dour and somber, and this is not a general play, a bit controversial maybe. But you guys.
I thought that was pretty good.
That wasn't bad. That was alright. Wouldn't worst way to pass an evening.
Really came together in the second half.
Yeah. That dude that fucked him up. Well,
What a badass.
man.
Anyway.
Wish I was like that. Do we, there's no fucking chance Mordai ever accepts this shit, right? I mean, I'll still ask him, but, like, there's zero way, right?
Yeah.
Very. He seems.
If he does accept it, only so we can spy for the Zentarim.
Should I, like... I guess I still should. I mean,
Yeah, make
sure,
the pass the message
yeah.
on. Give it to
Yeah.
that. We're not enemies with him. Let's be
Yeah.
honest with the guy.
I might not, like, mention, though, I accepted, so, like... I mean, I can't stop you telling him. If you want to tell him, I don't, like, it's not a big deal, but I don't know if I, like, want to.
No, I was just gonna put a big harper like that behind the bar when we get it running.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll start playing the harp, you know, inside and everything. You know, Goddess sucks. But
get
yeah, I
fine,
mean,
Lord,
do you think what's? I don't think. Yeah, we'll find. I don't think Vajra's gonna like kick me out, right? Like they never said I couldn't join another secret organization. I mean, with the Force Gate, just like a job, right? This is like just a secret society, completely different.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll see it that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was fine. I mean, this dude didn't care that I was a member of Force Gate, you know.
That's true. Actually seemed rather encouraged by the fact.
Yeah.
He will expect your loyalty to fall his way should it ever come to it, though.
It'll never come to it.
I mean,
You know.
I can think of, ways it could very easily come to it.
How would it come to it?
So, like, for example, there's like a powerful artifact and you got to get it to keep it safe from evil hands, which is what the Harpers do apparently by description of our rotund friend.
Yeah.
And halfway through getting it to safety, Vashra Safar's like, hey, I want that artifact you got.
I would just get it myself and pretend I never found it. And then I get the artifact and they both never know.
You certainly found a situation that
this is
doesn't
just
favour one side or the other.
This is just
Or
like
you
a
could just
fucking...
donate it to the Baguda and they won't be able
Yeah,
to
sure.
touch it
I'll
away.
join your secret society later, Jet. Don't
Yes.
worry about it.
We couldn't be less secret.
Alright, I'll join your known society at a different time, I don't mind. But like, I mean, dude, we're like fucking just mess around in the city, like fucking powerful secret artifacts. I'm not gonna be if it comes out like fuck everyone else, I'm gonna do my own shit, you know?
Alright, fair enough.
Like, I'm sure there's no like you can't leave without dying rubbish, you know?
Well, better hope not.
Yeah, but I hope not.
Having signed up to 2 now.
Yeah, exactly. Better hope not. They did. It was never in the contract.
It's,
Well, at least you didn't join the Sentry.
Mordai.
Wait. As you guys are slowly exiting, you do see
Slowly
Raynor
exiting.
talking with Mert. They're
Secret
also
rain, the secret Harper wave.
I tip my feather hat.
and as they see you, they actually start walking over to you.
Okay.
Mert speaks up first and he goes, it's good to see you again so soon. During the play, Raynor has been informing me of your previous adventures, so to say. A very interesting group indeed. I believe I might have an alternative offer for you. If you give me a moment to explain, let's have a little drink. And he waves over a butler.
Now, like,
to,
the opera's over. I know, like, you own this place. Like, Mordai's, like, just outside being a weirdo. If you want us, like, go get him, we can talk with him as well. You, like,
Didn't
maybe
have
yourself.
anything to wear, the poor chap.
Yeah, and he, like, I don't, but, like, now it's over, you can just come in through the servant's entrance, I guess.
Now, between you and me, what are the odds that he's gonna take this opportunity?
Yeah, but you, like, wanted me to
After-
offer it to him, right? So...
What we discuss? Yeah, out of civility.
you could do it out of civility, dude.
My time is very precious.
Okay, cheers, man.
He's a pretty...
Bye.
Sorry. He's a pretty loyal
Nah, you won't do
company
it,
man
friend,
already.
You
Yes, but we're in public now. It's important.
Wait. Let's get a fucking drink.
I was
God,
doing it
need
with
one.
Raynor
God,
anyway.
get a drink, alright.
Yeah, Raynor speaks up and says, Mordai, he's saved me. I believe he has a good heart. Just, I'll go fetch him. He's standing outside, you say? Just
I don't know what he's doing. It's been
If he hasn't been arrested for loitering yet.
He was wearing his Zen Charming shirt.
Yeah, but Raynor departs. Mordai, are you chilling outside? Just enjoying the summer's eve?
He's eaten so many kebabs.
Having a cigarette? Oh, yeah, you're muted if you...
Yeah, you're muted.
I
Can't
hear
hear.
nothing.
Ah, I'm muted.
No.
Still muted.
I
That'll
ruined my
fix it.
fucking...
What a bastard. Not even a
Still
warning.
can't hear you.
Oh.
Cannot hear you, my friend.
It just unplugged somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Check the wires.
you flick the switch on the headphone wire or something, you know?
Oh, no, you're not. I can see it green.
Hello?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
Noob.
I'm sure you did something. Apparently, you did something. You obviously did
Yeah, what
something.
you
So
done, Tom? You fucking
Shut
idiot.
up.
What the
But,
fuck did you do?
Only thing I did is that fucking replug the
That sounds like something.
that sounds like something.
I put different headphones in because I forgot to put
Right. Are you just
Well,
loitering
are you
outside,
outside?
Mordai?
Yes and no.
Okay.
There is no,
Interesting.
there is no kind of I'm outside.
So what are you doing, Mordai? As it's now around 8.
Yeah, let's see. People that came here, right? They come with drivers with carriages parked around somewhere, or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of.
generally yes.
Oh, he's stealing
Like
your car.
there's a bit of a queue of carriages. They seem to be mostly personal, like with a driver that lets out the nobles, gets off, parks the carriage somewhere outside of this particular street, and then comes back.
Let's shoot people who show up in like
Okay,
the
I
flowery
would
ones.
have gone to look to hire a carriage for a night.
Okay.
For the night, just to drive it myself.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's what the first thing I would have done after they went inside.
I don't know the price of that, but I'm gonna say it's about, if you want to hire it for the night, and so you're gonna have a horse and cart unattended, it's gonna be a lot more expensive. I'm gonna say 5 gold.
Okay, sure. I paid 5 gold.
Okay.
And to be honest, basically, as the play is going on, I'm basically napping inside the carriage.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
a side street somewhere where the other carriages parked.
Sure. Yeah. So after a few hours, after a couple of hours, you do hear the commotion outside as people are exiting the building and going to the various forms of transport and back to their fabulous homes.
So I would step outside, just kind of lean on the carriage and wait until I see anyone I know, any of the other guys.
Okay. Yeah, you spot a few familiar faces.
Blow out the
Um,
familiar face.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Sure can do. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah, you see. You see. Interestingly, Devil Starsing himself. He is currently escorting a beautiful lady
Of course.
to a carriage, and yeah, you can see that he spots you, but no sign of recognition.
Yeah, I don't give any either.
Yeah, and after he puts the lady, helps the lady in the carriage, he doesn't join her, but he saunters off towards the east. Okay, that happens, and then yeah, you see Raynar, who exits, who goes down the steps, seems to be looking around, and after a few seconds spots you, and specifically starts heading in your direction.
Okay.
Smile on his face. Ah,
Give him a
more guy. It's good to see you.
Hello, Raynar. Good to see you too.
The others
So
told
pleasant.
me you were here.
Yeah, okay.
So what did you ask?
Was the show pleasant?
Well, I very often don't agree with the various tastes and sentiments of the noble circles, but this one in particular
Yeah.
left a bad taste in my mouth.
Huh.
Anyways,
I'm
opera.
very glad I skipped it then.
Yes, I wouldn't. Don't tell, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Perfect.
But there's something you should know. Can you follow me inside? Don't worry about the attire. It
Okay.
shouldn't take too long.
Sure.
Yeah, he escorts you in. Is Jet is
I'm
Someone
here.
around. It's a
Ah,
small-
he's here. Cool. While you guys are inside, Mert is like just enjoying the champagne when the interesting looking halfling comes up to you guys. The one that looks like Jaime Lannister, and he stands by Murt's side and says, "Ah, Murt, I must say, fabulous show. Interesting taste. You wouldn't see that anywhere else, really." And he looks at you guys and say, "Ah, new faces. Would you please introduce me?"
Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Do the voice.
It's too late. I'm doing the voice. And
Don't do the voice.
Margaret. Yeah, of course. This is Raven, Max, and Jet.
Like, deflate slightly, introduces Raven. Yes,
Part of an interesting new adventuring group.
that's us.
And
Some-
bonus.
Connections. Everyone, this is JB Nevercoats. A high-end designer of clothes, including my particular.
I've heard of your work. Yeah,
Say,
heard of your work.
I was looking for an outfit for my next opera. I'm afraid Max is a bit fatter than I am.
Yes, of course. I must say, your outfits are acceptable, but maybe a little bit old-fashioned.
I'm definitely looking
Should
to up
you-
my game.
He wanted the old school look. He wanted it.
Should you wish
It's an
to
homage.
dress it up a little for your next outing, don't skip my haberdashery.
Do you have a card or?
JB Nevercoats, of course I have a card, and he,
There's so many cards.
yeah, he pulls out a stack of cards and like a poker player.
Whoa. Catching the apple.
Yeah,
J.
he flips it towards you.
Never Gold card.
Sorry, Nevercoats. I'll
Oh, sorry.
write it
Never
down. Nevercoats.
Never.
always danger.
Got it.
If you see anyone who's dressed even decently in this place, it's because of me.
Like, what's his like? We would describe what he's kind of thing he's wearing in.
JB Nevercoat, he is dressed ostentatiously in a bold display of colors that shouldn't match, but they do. Like there's purples, there's reds, there's whites, and he's dressed almost as warm as Raven is.
Alright.
With a
Not
one of those big fancy blouses and stuff like that.
Not really my style, but you know, whatever, dude. Like, cool, well, yeah. I'll, keep
Please
that
tell
in
your
mind.
acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to meet you. He tips his hat and
Tip
walks
mine.
off.
Tip mine. So I pinned, you know, the half a badge right next to the full screen. No.
Like at the end of the campaign, you're gonna open like your jacket like Ash Ketchum and just have like the 8 badges of the different organizations. Gotta join them all.
And here I would have put the centurion symbol.
If I had any.
Exactly. If they
Yeah,
had
you see this halfling go like almost sprint towards various groups, introducing himself, giving out cards, and yeah. And not too long, Raynar comes back with Mordai in tow, and says, "Ah, I found him. Mordai lost and Mertz."
Pleasure.
And Raynar says, "Mertz has something he wishes to discuss with you. This is maybe not
This is an intervention.
the time or place, but if we could give them a second alone."
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and Raynar leads the rest of you over to the bar, and offers the next round of drinks.
I ordered the most expensive stuff that's on the
Okay, he doesn't blink.
excellent.
If you have a ticket, you get at least 2 free drink vouchers. You know.
Yeah, but I've already done, you know, over those.
Oh yeah. Okay, you steal jets.
Yeah.
And Mertz leads you over to the wall, and he says, "Now, I do not know if you know of me, but I am Mertz. I'm the owner of this establishment, and you can call me the head of the Harpers. Do you know of us?
Heard of the Harpers? Roughly.
We can just say that. Why'd you make us roll? I would have said I knew.
I just said that.
Oh, you
What?
can say whatever you want, but
Oh, okay.
he might not know. No,
Oh, yeah.
you can roll history if you want, or you can just pretend. Don't know.
I figured we'd like heard the name at least.
Yeah, I figured that's all I know.
Yeah,
I'll make a roll.
if you don't want to roll, you can say.
16.
Illuminati.
Yeah, you know, they're a worldwide organization.
Hey, I'm the
They've had
organization, so-
they've had various conflicts with the Zentrum in the past. They are, yeah, similar to your organization. They are known for infiltration and spying and things like that, but not for personal gain, but mostly for such things, such noble values. You know, who cares? Yeah, that's what you know about the Harpers.
Mhm.
And he says, well, I also know of your organization. Very naughty indeed.
Who's that naughty boy?
What do you mean not? They're a completely legit organization. Well, trying to be.
We both know that's not quite true, and the Waterdeep does not forget the name of the Zentrum, just because you play nice. Anyways,
I mean, when the management changes, you know, the values can as well.
interesting. Well, we as the Harpers know of your group's exploits, know of your particular involvement within them, and wish to extend to you an offer. Now, for you particularly, it is an interesting one because we know of your affiliations. But
That is peculiar indeed.
I would want to persuade you to look within yourself and know that the Harpers are an organization that deal with the protection of the city, of the people, and of things that might endanger it.
No, okay, it's appropriate, okay. I'll give it a think.
Know that I do not hold particular grudges against your band, but should they act up, they will be an enemy. So consider it well, and consider your personal affiliations with either group. I think you're smart enough to know where you should lay your allegiances.
Sure thing.
All right. Oh, it was a pleasure to meet you. Now, I have a proposal for the rest of the group, so let's head back. Yeah, he leads you back to the group. Says, well, now that that's out of the way,
What did he want?
there is an interesting opportunity I have recently learned of, and Mother Rainer has told me a bit of your particular strength as a group. I think you might be a good fit. Other than merely offering you gold as part of this deal, you could also pay with a task that I give you. Now, have any of you ever heard of the Blue Alley?
Yes.
History check.
Yeah, history check.
No, I know.
Raven and Max, you guys get to roll with advantage.
Ooh, baby. I'll just click it twice. I'm not too lazy. Oh, but I also rolled the first time. Oh, 22. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 22 and
17 's
23,
not bad.
12, 17. Yeah, so all of you know that Blue Alley is infamous in Waterdeep. It's considered to be dangerous, and there's something magical about it. Like people disappear.
It's the Bermuda Triangle of Waterdeep.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, but also there's rumors. There's a lot of hidden treasures.
Where is it?
Stop there. It is. Yeah, Raven
We know, I guess. Yeah.
and Max, you guys know that it is in the Sea Ward.
It's my street.
It's your
Not
house.
quite. Let me just double check.
Is where
It's in the Ivory Streets in the Sea Ward. Maybe so. It is here. Can you see the
Pretty close, I think, to where we said my house
Yeah.
was. I don't remember where we said our house.
But it's like in a little alley, like next to the Ivory Street. Max, you know specifically. This is also where the Temple of Beauty is, which is a temple,
My temple.
but also where a lot of parties are held.
Yeah,
Just
sure. Where's my place, Jaco? Did we ever decide?
I think we decided it was pretty close to the sea.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think we also decided that, but none of the street
Um,
names familiar.
Yeah,
Ignorance.
no. I thought
bliss
I
and
know
ignorance. That's some good fucking street names.
I'm gonna say like anywhere around here makes sense for me, but
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
so yeah, just make a note if you want. Yeah, so you guys know it is over there. You also know that the Blue Alley. Raven, you would have learned of this, like researching in the Blackstaff Tower. It is a bit of a sore subject in the history of Waterdeep, like a spot that wants to be erased but doesn't seem to be able to.
Yeah.
And Max, you have heard in taverns and even like in noble balls and stuff. It's infamous. Yeah, you guys know that it's constructed like the alley seems to be constructed by a mage like years ago, like a long time ago. Yeah, it's filled with tricks like traps, strange monsters, at least. That seems to be the general information. Nobody really knows who the mage was, but they were deceptive and tried to hide something. And you know that it's also popular, similar to the yawning portal and a hole. It's popular with adventurers trying to go for glory and treasure. In
the same way the big hole in the yawning portal is, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's basically what you know.
The things that exist in a city because it's important to provide plenty of things for adventurers to do so they don't get bored. Big hole to some kind of crazy dungeon, some kind of crazy alley set up by a wizard.
Yeah, I'm sure New York has a similar street.
Okay.
Yeah. And he says, well, he doesn't really wait for a response. He says,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have. Anyways, I've heard of a particular room in recent days. That it holds a valuable treasure, one that I've set my eyes upon. So should you wish to conquer the Blue Alley, retrieve this treasure from me, I will consider that a big part of the payment. Let's call the interest that we previously established at 50%. I'll knock it down to half, 25%. I will still provide you with 1,000 golds. Previously,
In exchange
agreed
for
upon.
25% back on our profits. Just how valuable is this thing? If it's, I mean, can't be that hard.
is-
I mean, Blue Alley is deadly, surely, but people do survive, right? Like,
Of course, yeah. I wouldn't send you to certain death. No, I'm merely looking for a piece to add to my collection. There's a small sculpture called the Celestine Unicorn.
well, fair enough. Don't let me tell you how to spend your money. I'll take you up on that. You're
You're
muted,
in.
Max.
Can we roll anything to know anything about the unicorn?
Celestine Unicorn? Yeah, you can try.
Arcana, I guess.
No, this is yeah. I mean, you can roll either history or Arcana.
Okay, it's the same.
That's a part points.
Another 70.
17, 22. No, you guys haven't heard of it.
Not heard anything on a 22.
They're still muted.
Wonderful.
What? It's a shame. Alright, like, cool.
So, just
So
any
that's-
time in a particular time frame on this? Well, I guess before someone else gets it.
That is something to consider. Yes, I wouldn't want to have to go to someone else with this proposal, especially after they've won this.
Well, we're
Just be
very
aware.
busy people. We'll probably find time tomorrow because we're not actually that busy.
You want to do it tonight? Or... It is alleyway at night.
It's not in the dark, yeah.
Yeah.
Dark alley, dangerous enough without the, wizard shit.
Yes, sure. Alright. Well, we'll just bring it back, what, here? Or do you actually, like, live somewhere?
Yes, I'm not home very often, but you can pass it towards my staff, or you can send me a message and I'll visit you.
Do we have an easy way to send you a message?
I figured you had
Doesn't
magical
come-
means, but
No.
there's a postal system, or you
Not
can
magic.
send a runner.
A runner? Man, this is cool. Alright, cool, yeah, we'll send a runner.
Indeed.
You definitely know what a runner is.
I know a runner is just cool that we get, like,
Oh, okay.
I can do that.
you can just send a runner. It sounds so official. I'm just like a 17-year-old, but yeah, I'll send a runner.
Well, let's not forget we still have
I mean, to be fair,
an
like,
appointment to set. with
if
a
it's
secret
like-
meeting.
if it's like remotely kind of, synonymous with like medieval stuff and the way fantasy is, the runner's probably like 11, so
Yeah.
like it's not that weird as a 17-year-old to be just saying, "Here, kid, take this thing."
It's a good urchin career, okay?
Yeah, exactly. It's how they get that background thing that lets them get through the city twice as fast as everyone else.
Makes sense.
All makes sense.
Okay.
Great. Well,
Well, lovely. Now I have heard tale of an after party.
Oh, yes, at my place, if you want to come.
yeah, I'm just not sure I can keep the voice up, and frankly, yeah, I'm not sure I'm up for that kind of drug use tonight either. Not if we're going to tackle the alley tomorrow. So I might give it a skip.
It does get quite wild at times.
Make a
Let's-
note here. Go to Blue Alley.
Fair point. Okay, good luck with the whole hunting and all that, and be wary of the alley. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
We probably will.
He waves goodbye, and he's well, Raynar. Raynar says, "Well, that's things don't stop falling into your parts of lap, do they?"
Yeah,
Yes,
mostly your fault, Raynar. Is there anybody you didn't tell that we rescued you, by the way?
I've only told a few select people, but word spreads. But I do apologize for all these people.
No, I mean, like you said, things keep falling into our lap. My lap's just kind of full at the moment. But that's okay.
It's an easy problem now. So, whatever.
Now, considering the inn, I do have, if I do say so myself, a good collection of various wines and spirits. If you wish to consider buying a portion.
I don't know how
We
fancy
probably will.
we can like care to, but
We need to do some kind of financial analysis on how much we're going to have left over from the 1,000 for the loan, but we'll probably we'll definitely need something.
I need some
We'll
idea.
assess our options of suppliers, and of course you're a good friend, so we'll assess you favorably, but if you're selling us garbage, Raynar, we're not going to buy it.
I wouldn't dare.
Piss my mouth and pull it
I
back.
could come by for a glass sometime.
Yeah, do. Wait, you already have. Come by again for another glass.
No, he's inviting you to come.
Oh, so I see. Okay,
come by for
yeah.
a glass.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, hang on. Where do you live? Is there like some Neverember mansion or something? Do you own it now that your father's gone?
He lives in the family estate of the Neverembers. He's giving you the rest before, I believe. But I'm not quite sure where it is on the map right now. But it's in the Seaward for sure. And yeah, you can know down that you know the address.
Yeah. Sure, I'm sure everyone knows where the Never Ember bloody mansion is.
Yeah.
The biggest one. Great.
Alright, well, maybe I'll see you
shall
tonight,
do.
Vayner. If not, catch you around.
Have a good evening, nonetheless. Yeah, he also departs, leaving you to your own devices.
That was a weird evening. Oh well.
I don't know about that. Seems pretty, very par for the course of what we've been, the kind of offers we've been picking up recently.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of weird evenings, but you know, I feel like you have to like die down.
Well, I mean, you know, if by definition of the word weird, eventually they do stop being weird.
Yeah, I guess so.
After a while, they're just typical evenings.
It's
Anyway,
another usual evening right there.
that's
yeah.
about enough for me. I'm gonna head back to the manor and get some, well, do a bit of reading, get some rest. I guess Blue
It
Alley
seemed-
tomorrow morning.
It
Sure,
did
yeah.
seem that Mordai wanted to do something this evening.
Yeah, you got the stuff, Mordai.
Didn't pick him up yet. Ugh.
Oh, you want to go do it now?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you boys have fun with that. I'm gonna get some shadow.
Sure.
Also, if we're looking for
No
somewhere
desire
to
to be
buy
arrested for this.
wine at the very least for the bar, though I doubt she'll sell us even close to her best stuff. I do have a senior sister that makes.
You have a
makes it
sister?
work.
He works at a place where they have like loads of brothers and sisters. You know, not like
Oh
genetic.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah. Why do you call them that, man? Like I've always wondered.
It's just a holy symbol of affection, right?
But why?
Because
It's
they love
just
each other.
it's
No,
always
it's
been like that.
I love you like a brother, man.
Yeah.
Like,
but,
not actually, obviously. Like,
Yeah, but the saying, yeah.
yeah.
Alright, it just seems like kind of weird.
Tolerate you like a brother.
Just kind of weird, though. You know?
Fair.
It is
Though
fair.
it's mostly used between those who have the same master, but
Oh,
You know,
you
when
have a
you
master?
bring masters
I
into
have
it,
a master.
you don't call them
But
daddy. do you?
yeah, I was about to say.
My master is the one who got the temple or the deed for this temple, but she's not currently in Waterdeep.
She. Okay, so mummy.
Could still call her daddy.
Could still.
Anyway.
Carry on.
Now I've brought the tone down.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Jet? With these guys to do some shady shit, or do you want to come back to the manor?
I may as well be a part of the shady shit.
Oh, you guys, I'm not bailing you out, by the way. The loan money is not for that.
Guys,
Dude, we're just meeting someone. Just like, well, I mean, it's
Ah.
just. Oh, dude, I'm getting some of like the exploding powder stuff.
I am aware. It's
Hey,
gonna,
what? How?
you're gonna get arrested. You and Mordai have talked about it in front of me.
What? Crazy. But like, I can't get arrested, dude. I'm like a member of so many official organizations.
Okay, fair enough. Well, given that I'm not in as many as you, I'm not gonna take the risk.
Exactly.
did you accept the?
Again,
Yeah, I
I'm
was like-
Ubering.
I
I'm
was like-
Ubering
I was
on my
like-
own, Jacker.
But
You're heading off. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck these guys. They're in so
You're
much
taking a
trouble.
walk, or you going?
No, I'll get a carriage back to the mansion.
Knock down 2 copper pieces.
Oh, I thought it was 3. Only 2. Nice. I'll tip.
Tip. 50% tip.
Oh, it doesn't
And I guess we'll take Mordai's carriage because he fucking ordered a 5 gold.
I'm
carriage.
like, dude,
Some
you
more
bought
shit
it.
about
You
the carriage.
bought the carriage. Fucking nutter.
So you join so many organizations. You don't join the best one. Huh?
Sure.
Anyways, I rented a carriage for the night so we can do this easily.
Nice. And the guy is like, yeah, I'm sure his shop will be open all night, right? He's a fucking.
Well, he
criminal.
said pick it up after 6, right? So
Yeah, perfect. I fucking. Oh, let's see you driving.
I drive the carriage.
So many car accidents.
Give me a sleight of hand. No, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Right.
saying, if you don't have the soldier background, you probably don't have land vehicles proficiency. That's a thing in 5e.
That's not trying to.
It just doesn't mean it just means you've also had the proficiency bonus, Chris.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's impossible.
Okay, let me get rid of this opera music thing.
But I'm playing in the back of the carriage. I'm playing the 100 Best Driving Songs 2020.
Let's see. Let's do some suspense.
What? No.
Doing shady shit, okay?
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
you drive to Weird Bottles Concoctions down in the trade ward. Yeah, you see that the shop is still open. Although at first glance it looks a bit dark, but that just seems to be the general atmosphere of the place.
Okay.
Yeah, but the door's open.
Okay, guys, wait here. I'll go grab the stuff. We've got a few hours to kill anyway. Before. And I go like to the door. Knock.
Okay. You go into the door. You see Schemo himself, the weird looking gnome.
Such a dodgy name.
He's currently sitting on a stool next to the table, and he appears to be almost like he's trying a new wine, like sipping at a weird looking flask with like green fluid in it.
Okay. Am I interrupting something?
Ah, it's you again. Great. Right. He rubs his head for a second. Give me a moment. I'll get the shit. Close the door. Close the door.
Okay. I close the door. You okay?
Yeah. Ah, strong stuff. Anyways, yeah, here's the shit. He comes out with a crate that's pretty heavy for him.
But
But,
he like leaves the room, right? To get the.
Yeah, he needs to look for a bit. Yeah.
Does he leave the green shit on the table, or? I kind of just walk over and I can smell it.
Oh, you're gonna die. He inhales, Jacko. He inhales.
Roll me an investigation check.
No constitution check. Nice.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you recognize. Yeah, you take a sniff. You look at the like thick greenish liquid. And you recognize this is not safe to drink. This is like a poison or something.
Advertising himself.
Okay.
Yeah, the way he reacted, he's probably like a little resistant to it or something. But yeah, he was trying out a poison.
Okay. Sure.
Down
okay,
it, down it,
I
down.
don't do anything else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Step back.
And yeah, after a few moments, he comes out with a crate. Wait, sorry, let me check. There we go. Yeah, it's like it's relatively. I mean, it looks big in a sense, but it is relatively small. It's like a silk-lined coffer, and he puts it on the table, and he opens it up slightly, so you can glance inside, and there's 4 potions in it, and he closes it back down and says, "All right, well, here is it. Be careful with it. Don't show it to anyone." Wait, so you just changed your mind on the muscle then?
Hmm?
You're doing this alone?
Nah, I got a couple of muscle waiting
Alright.
outside.
Good. Just don't be late.
You said midnight, right?
Midnight at the Gold Catcher. Okay, yeah, he shoves it to your side of the table.
Take it and give him a nod and leave.
Okay. Yeah, you see Morla come out with a small coffer in his hand.
Right. I don't shout that the illegal drugs or anything out the window.
I like lean out of the carriage and ask, so where are we supposed to take that? Or you, to be more exact.
To the God Catcher statue.
I see. I just look at myself still wearing the fucking fancy ass clothes. And I'll say, on second thought, I'll meet you guys there. and I jump off the carriage, and I will head back to the pagoda and change.
You take a detour to change into your normal, slightly less fashion, normal outfit.
I'll just like I'm not gonna like go home or anything, but that's like too far away. But I'll like I'm not wearing my jacket anymore or the waistcoat, and I have like the tie off and
Just
unbuttoned. So I'm just wearing like black trousers and just a shirt,
Cool.
And then my hat.
Very cash.
Yeah.
And Mordai, just in the same old.
He only has one outfit.
I haven't changed.
Okay.
I have like 5 outfits at the same time. Exactly the same.
Looks in the
At this
cupboard,
point, it's
blue jeans and a white t-shirt.
I'd say it's around 9. You still have a few hours to kill before. What do you do?
Let's go get a drink.
Okay. At a specific tavern or just somewhere close?
I mean, you only portal for a while. That's pretty close, right?
I will. Okay, before you guys leave, okay, do you not you guys? You're staying with me, Max, or?
I mean, we've only got like 3 hours, and like it's taking me like fucking an hour to get home.
Well, see, I don't particularly want to lose sight of this. So we have
Alright, go. We can.
kind of
Okay.
park somewhere, but I was thinking we could just. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Just ride around town for 3 hours. Man, no, scratch that. This is too uncomfortable.
Dude, don't you live pretty close? Just grab some beer and chill at your place for a couple of hours.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. Let's do that.
Alright. Just grab some beers,
Um,
go to Mordai's, chill,
Go to
You go
street
to
food,
Florida?
street beer. Go to the place.
Get a kebab.
Doesn't sound like a bad way.
Alright, I mean,
Yeah, Mordai, have you thought about like your old place, what it looks like? It's probably pretty small, right? Above the.
It's fairly small.
Studio apartment, I know that.
But
It's above your mother's potion shop, if I remember correctly.
Well, yes. Basic. No, it's a building, and I have like the
Makes sense.
attic apartment,
Hmm.
and my parents like live below, but it's.
It says
Mama
Mama Lawson's potion
They're not
shop. And I'm
around.
like, Lawson?
No, man, it's like it's a rug shop. Stairs, big.
Is that slang for something I don't understand?
A rug shop.
Is that
Oh,
slang
man,
for
A
something?
rug shop.
Well, you gotta have something to put the bodies in, you know?
Lawson's mum's got a great carpet, that's what he said.
Yeah, it's really a strange.
My dad sells rugs. My mom sells potions. It's
Oh,
like
that's
it's
a
like
bit.
a side thing, So basically, the sign is basically like something rug shop, and a small
Lawson
size,
and
and
Sons, rug
potion shop.
Lawson and
And
Sons.
rugs and potions.
Yeah,
Good
if
combination.
you enter in to go to the left, you get to the rug shop. If you go to the right,
Does it say, is there the name Lawson in the name of the shop?
oh yeah,
I'm kind of seeing like, dude, this is your shop?
no man, it's my parents.
You live with your parents? I didn't know that.
Attic
Oh,
apartment.
above them.
Yeah.
Didn't you say?
They're not around at the moment. They're traveling.
Ah, not in the city.
Nah,
I see.
they're traveling.
Cool. Why don't you just stay in their place? Be good, right?
I could, but I usually just walk. I'm not in much.
Dude, and we could have like gotten free carpet for like for the invite.
I mean, we can once Dad comes back. There's not much stock around. It's one of the reasons why
He went rug hunting.
he goes around. Said that.
Yeah, you could. Oh, fuck.
Man,
I thought I was
he's
joking.
he's an old romantic adventure type thing. They I don't know. Fucking-
Adventures do
What
love
are they-
rug shops.
What-
Yeah.
what are they- What's it called? Like I don't know. I forget.
Whatever, man. It's fine.
Middle-aged madness or something. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah.
Midlife crisis.
I get you.
Middle-aged crisis, something.
Let me
like
know.
that.
Alright. Let's
It's a genius combination, right? Because nothing that makes a rug feel so good as a few good potions, if you know what I mean.
That could go a very dark way, Jacko.
What?
Anyway, let's go have some beer and we wait 3 hours, Jacko.
Yeah, I just come in. Weirdo guy, schemo, whatever.
Hmm?
Fucking just casually drinking poison or something.
What?
Let's check. Okay, well, I walk in. He's like drinking like a jar of poison. It's like wine.
Fucking nutto.
Looks like he's trying
Have you looked at what's actually in the box?
some
Like,
potion.
you're like a shady fuck. Like, no offense, I don't mind, but like, do you recognize each shit? Well, what we're trading?
Didn't
Or what
look.
Oh.
It's actually, I'm not gonna.
Alright, do you mind if I have a little peek?
Yes, I might.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Aren't you a little curious?
Not really. No. The less you know for this kind of stuff, the better it is.
Better it is for who? Them, right?
Hmm?
Better it is for the people who you're working for, right? But not for you.
Forever. You know.
Okay. Sure, but like, if it was made from like crushed up, if it was made from like crushed up children's bones, I'd be
try
like,
to,
it's kind of bad.
I know you with whatever the fuck they're called. I ain't gonna tell you much.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I transported multiple illegal potions, but I don't know which ones. I'm like, oh, you're let off the hook. I'm sure they'll be real chill. Yeah, I didn't know it was heroin. Yeah, right. Alright. I mean, I'm honestly just curious.
I feel like they already know too much.
Sure, yeah.
Squinting from my eyes.
Alright, yep. Okay, I guess we did chill, and then time passes.
For what it's worth, Mordai, in the quick glance, you did see that the potions were pretty interesting. They were like,
No, he didn't want to know anything, Jacko. He looked away. He didn't look at them, Jacko.
if you didn't look, you didn't look. Yeah, you glanced, right? Yeah. From what you could tell,
Not to know too much about it.
He doesn't want to know anything, Jacko.
they were purple. You can forget about it if you want, but they were purple liquid with like a pink cloud swirling in the purple liquid.
Okay, sure.
That's definitely a fetus right there. Pink cloud.
What?
Just fucking using unborn baby cells.
Fucking stem cells.
Exactly. God,
Okay. Yeah, you guys got a few hours. Raven, you're back at the mansion. And what about Jets?
I
You
swap
go back and
boats
change?
then I change, and then I head back for like I'll be a half an hour before midnight. I'll be just hang around the Godcatcher.
Okay.
Hey, it's like
And fucking shadow there, just
Mm.
looking around.
Yeah, probably either perception or investigation.
Okay.
Okay.
Bro,
Mm.
so fucking bad at this. I've been rolling like absolute garbage this session.
Not this session.
Yeah, you see, the Godcatcher is in an interesting place in that it's on a pretty popular street. But yeah, it's relatively quiet tonight, and you don't see too many people going traveling through it. Yeah, no, you don't see too much of interest. Right, the other two are killing some hours. More later chilling. Oh, sorry, Raven are chilling. Okay, no, nothing happens.
Okay.
Sweet. We better get driving, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, too much. How's drink driving laws? How strict are they, Jacko?
If you, it's even with magic, I feel like it's hard to check if you're
Level.
drunk. If you're very drunk, you can obviously with a detect poison maybe figure it out.
Yeah.
But mostly if you're not causing any traffic accidents, it's fine.
Okay. Let's go.
But yeah, it's hard to fuck up the slow trot of the carriage. And yeah, you guys head up north to the Godcatcher. Like, how do you approach this?
We leave the carriage like in a side street.
Probably a lot of parking near the market, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
You can park it there and just gonna skulk through the shadows.
At this point, most of the market stalls are closed,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's still
Imagine.
some options to tie.
Alright,
the
so
horse and cart.
what do men look like again, Mordai? How do we know?
Give it to anyone, just leave it there.
Wait, we just leave it there? Oh, alright.
Mm,
We leave it there
that's
and
what he
wait.
told you.
Alright, we leave it there. We leave it there.
Hey, that's what he said. You leave it there and wait for the whatever. Some shit. I forgot. I write it down. Yeah, right. He wrote it down.
Cool.
Women
So
in purple robes.
we leave it down and wait for women in purple. I kind of okay. I gotta say that was a description.
Basically, yeah, woman in purple robes. I
A
wouldn't
woman
trust him to know much more.
Woman in purple robes, middle of the night, dangerous poisons. All right. I gotta look at you like that doesn't ring a bell, man.
Nah, well,
I kind of look at you, kind of like you're like a spy, right, man? Like kind of. Imagine like someone we met in recent days, who we met in the middle of the night, who wore purple robes, whose name is a poisonous snake.
all right. Shit. Okay. Like man, it was dark. I didn't know it was purple.
He's colorblind.
The potions are actually green, Tom.
Alright, but like, she definitely was, and like, again, maybe the Black Viper is just a name, but like, you know, seems like the kind of person who would use really shady illegal poisons, right?
Sure.
But she's chill, so no, nothing to fucking worry about. Hey, I was worried we'd have to like fight some fuckers. Cool. Alright,
So
yeah, we'll just leave it there, I guess. I mean, it's like,
I'm gonna do a thing.
you're gonna do a thing?
Yeah, just you know, make
What?
sure. I'll turn invisible as I drop it off.
Alright.
You'll turn invisible.
I will
Which is-
cast invisibility like
Okay.
5 to 10, like 5 to midnight, and wait 5 minutes, and kind of at the bell of midnight, I was just gonna like leave it on the place. And
I guess
so
I'm just like,
it just materializes out of nowhere.
I'll
and, like,
pretend that I'm like the Black Viper and go onto a rooftop nearby, Jacko, and like try to run into her up there.
Yeah,
And, like,
you
whoa,
can,
that's where you are, you know?
and I step away.
Roll
like,
me acrobatics and perception.
I would,
And-
I would probably see them at some point, or
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Oh, that 13's not bad.
Tom, roll me stealth with advantage. Yeah, Max, you see Jet for one. He is standing like he's he's obviously not in plain sight. He's just appears to be just chilling on a wall somewhere, hidden mostly in shadows. He's just casually checking the place out. You also see at some of the entrances, like for example, to the market, you see a few guards just lazily stationed there. Not at the statue itself, but like just around the place. There's this one patrol that you hear. Yeah, Mordai, you go invisible with the coffer. You lay it down. It becomes invisible, and you
step
move
back.
away again. I'm assuming, yeah.
if I see the box
I could
materialize by the statue, I would like step back and be a bit more stealthy while still having you or the.
Okay. You can roll a stealth check if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it with advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like trying to be like
22.
Jack, I
Okay.
guess. Well, like I'm not like just standing on the top of the roof. I don't
Okay.
know if you want me to do it or not.
Yeah, roll stealth as well.
I have advantage, right?
No.
What? But the boots.
Oh yeah, sorry, boots of elvenkind. Yeah.
Boots of Elven Kind? Is that what they? Nice.
Mm. Okay.
Eh, whatever.
Let's see. Yeah, you're checking the place out. The coffer beneath the statue appears to be untouched for a few minutes. When suddenly you hear a voice behind you, Max, and it says, Huh, I didn't think we'd be meeting again this soon.
I kind of turn. It's like, me neither. I thought I was meeting a different, really shady person of the night, but then I just found out it was you.
Fate, I suppose.
Sure. Well, the legal poisons are there if you want them.
Oh, they're not poisons.
No? Oh.
I wouldn't deem to stoop that low.
But your name's the Black Viper.
I will admit, the legacy comes with certain connotations that I do not wish to partake in.
Alright, well, cool. What are they then? I thought we were dealing with like a famous poison or something. Like the person who the shop, I thought that's what they dealt with.
Huh, interesting. You delivered this, but you didn't take a look?
Nah, I kind of wanted to, but then I thought I'm too honorable,
Alright. Well, let's say they aid me in retrieving the truth.
Ah, tooth potions.
Yes.
How goes the
Can I
whole-
insight that? I definitely can hear. Okay.
They're whispering very agilely on there.
How goes the whole being the Black Viper, stealing from which, giving the poor stuff?
Well, since last night,
Mhm.
I believe I've made quite a splash so far.
Cool.
Which is what I'm after, but it means you have to be extra careful.
Yeah, it makes sense. Also, I'm just like curious. Are you like a member of like any sort of secret organization?
Why do you ask?
I got like invited to join one today, and I was just like, wondering what your opinions on them are.
Huh. No, as I said, I mostly work alone. I find organizations of people tend to get muddled, and
Yeah, I feel that. It's already getting confusing.
you can never sense the corruption until it is too late.
Yeah, but then at least when it happens, like you're right there, quick to like get to it. You're like close to the action.
So you're thinking of joining a secret organization and then cleansing it?
I mean, if it's cleansing sounds a bit too ominous. It's like, but like if it is fucked up, at least I'll find out quickly.
I suppose. And which one would this be?
Well, let's go down a list of all secret organizations I can name, just to get your idea of how you feel about them. Alright, so like, first of all, secret organizations. Jack, what are all the secret organizations I could think of? That's a fair question. There's a lot of them, though.
Yeah, there's
Xanathar
various
skill,
groups
if we
and
want.
factions. Yeah, there's the Xanathars, there's the Zantrim, there's the Harpers, there's the Fourth Grade to a certain extent. I mean, you have noble cartels, almost, that you would know.
Really like a secret thing, is it? Like,
Sorry?
the Emerald Enclave isn't like a secret thing at all, really.
No, it's just like a faction of druids. I want to.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's no one I think of. Okay, so I'm like, well, like, all right, how do you feel about like the Xanthars?
Troubling.
Yeah, okay. How the Zentara?
Interesting.
Okay, how about the Harpers?
Look, this is a very fun game, but my
I only know one more.
is down there, and it's growing cold. All right, the Harpers. I do not have much dealings with them. They are very hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I mean, they must all be pretty hard to find. I don't like.
From what I've found of the city is that they appear to be largely ineffective. Then again, it's hard to know what they prevent if it doesn't occur.
Sure, yeah. Interesting. Alright, well, I mean, yeah, like you're right. I don't like stop you going about your business, But like
Much
if you one thing, like if you ever did want, almost like make up a pseudo organization, we could call it like the snakes or something. Like, or, like dude, the guy in charge of the banks, you must fucking hate him. Like the Casa dude, he like told me I could have like a one-on-one chat. So if like wanted to work together and like fuck shit up, then like You know what I'm saying? I might have like an inn.
Their name is on the list.
Cool. No,
We'll keep that in mind.
if you ever want to, do some work together, I'd love to be a member of another secret organization.
Could you just once more give me your name?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my name, like I've started. You know how well, that doesn't really seem fair. Like I only know you as like the Black Viper. Okay, I guess my Black Viper name, if we're using superhero names, is Matt Voltage. Like I think if you ask around, like I think a lot of people around the city by now, if you like ask the right people, will probably have like heard of me. And like if you want to find me, I'm at like Troll School Manor. But like if you want to know my actual name, then I'd kind of want to know your actual name. And I guess you don't want that yet.
Well, let's not share everything. Let's keep it mysterious.
So Max.
Max it is. All right. Until next night, Max.
Oh, okay. Added to the list of goals on my character sheet. Oh, dear.
And they nimbly jump off the roof, disappear for a bit. But yeah, if you're tracking them, they do.
I'm watching. Yeah.
Go from shadow to shadow. Take another like minute to look at the guards or to see if there's any suspicious activity. But grab the coffer and disappear into the shadows. Yeah, you're focusing your eyes on the coffer. I'm imagining.
Yeah.
So you do suddenly see a figure in purplish robes, like come up from behind one of the legs and grab it, and then jump away towards the north. Okay.
Yeah, like
after seeing that she grabbed it, I would actually just head up and leave for Trollskull Manor.
Okay. You start leaving.
I'd like climb down and be like, "Yo, Mordai, where are you, man?"
Harding, what's up?
I kind of like just try to talk in the general direction. I will. We can just fuck off now, right?
Yep, go.
Cool. About like getting the stuff we did this for. Should we go back tomorrow or like what's the plan?
We're gonna go.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. Well, I guess I'll just walk home. It's not far from here. I'll catch you later.
Couch.
No, yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to give me a lift, I don't mind.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna turn you on in the morning.
Yeah, I guess I mean, if you want to join, I'm sure the after party's still going on. Dude, it's gonna be so hard for me to get to sleep. I got to explore a murderous alleyway in the morning.
Good.
Sure. I'll probably will just say hey to some people and then head up. All right, I guess I get a lift back, Jack.
Cool.
Trolls.
Yeah, you guys head back to the manor. Eventually, everybody reconvenes there. At this point, it's getting pretty late. Raven, the manor has been quiet, like no ghostly disturbances or anything.
Cool. I just did a bit of, like an hour in my study and I went to bed. I didn't wait up for these lads.
Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, interesting. Sorry, we should have dealt with this before. You do find a note taped onto the tap room door, Raven, as you get back. It's from the woodworker, the band nail from Tally.
That boy.
He says the note says, "Must have missed you. Sorry, the order was finalized pretty late. Come back tomorrow."
Okay, let's take the note and go inside.
Cool. Yeah. The night is pretty uneventful, but Morley, as you're getting ready for bed, roll me a perception check.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Shivers down your spine. Boom, boom.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they know shivers, so they don't even notice.
I don't see shivers.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see shit until you crawl into bed, and then you you start to drift away, when suddenly your eyes shoot open and you see a figure stand beside the bed.
Do I recognize? This is what is?
It's
Is
me.
this a dark figure?
Wrong room, sorry.
It is. Yeah, you're still a bit woozy in the first few seconds, but the figure is
Wait, what?
a bit devilish. They appear to have horns.
They've come for you.
But
Shit.
yeah, as you start to get back awake, you realize that this is a very short devil, and suddenly you realize it is the tiefling child, the orphan.
Oh, heart attack. You can't scare people like that.
Squiddly.
Get out of my bed, dude.
He's just standing in your room, just like not sure if he should.
Isn't a tiefling a she?
No, tiefling is he.
It's squid.
But yeah, Squiddly.
Yeah, it's squid. Yeah.
He has an eye patch, the small bow,
Hmm.
and with like toy arrows.
Oh yeah.
And says, "Oh, I didn't mean to disturb you there, mister. I was very scared when you suddenly appeared in the room, and I didn't know if I should leave or if I should stay. You know, the other mister promised I could sleep here, so I kind of, yeah. The bed's real nice.
Of course it is. It's my bed. I sleep.
Oh,
I sleep upstairs.
that makes sense.
Nice.
Can I invite the others?
Sure. If you stay in the attic, that's good.
Okay. Well, thank you, mister.
Don't say I told you can stay there. Say the other guy told you can stay there.
All right. Well, I still don't really know your. Just the one with the long ears, right?
Yay! Say.
Okay.
If anyone else complains, you know.
Wait, hang on a
Okay, thank you,
second.
mister.
Who's the one with the long ears? I swear my ears aren't any longer than Max's. Like, not like
No,
significantly.
I've never met them though.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's true.
I've never met these figments of your imagination showing up. These are the fucking ghosts, I swear to God. You guys should see them. Like, that's...
Fuckies are all. Oh, and yeah, he kind of stares at your sword. That I'm assuming you've taken.
Doesn't sleep
I don't
naked.
see anyone does. Your metal
Fuck.
blade. Fuck this.
I haven't been carrying with me though recently.
Oh, okay.
It's in this room. But...
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, so it's probably leaning against the wall or something, right?
Yeah.
Or against the bed. He said, "Oh, can I play with that?" Shut up, Ian. Make this worse than it has to be.
Okay, man, whatever you say.
How old are you?
Oh.
We're gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned.
You're no age player on my fucking Twitch account, guy. My YouTube account.
We're gonna get banned.
Advertiser-friendly content, guys.
This hurts. I'm almost done, you know.
Way too young. Go. Go to the end.
But I'm real good with it, I swear.
No.
He takes out his own wooden sword and he strikes. He strikes in the air.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it, Ian.
Okay. He sheathes the sword. He says, "Okay, mister. So, yeah, okay, fine." And he rushes off back to the attic. But which, if I remember correctly,
I live in the attic.
Gareth in the attic. Yeah.
I live in the attic.
Yeah, but he's a priest.
All right.
To send the children.
Yeah. So, Chad, as you're getting ready for bed, suddenly hear a sound that you have heard before, of like footsteps on the staircase. They appear to be running up, and then the door bursts open. And
Well,
you
which
see one of
door
each,
do they? Into the bedroom?
into the
attic?
bedroom, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the little tiefling boy stands there. Oops. I mean, hello.
Well, hello. Is it all three of them, or just the tiefling?
Just a tiefling. Says, Mister, you appear to be in my room.
And who specified that this was your room?
The one with the ears.
Well, I believe all my companions have ears.
Tieflings have personality of it.
Well, if someone told you could sleep in the attic, that would be that room, and I would point to the storage room.
Like freezing.
It's freezing in this room as well. There's nothing special with this room at the moment compared to the attic.
Furniture, yeah.
Especially if you have friends coming as well.
Yeah, I'll go get them. Thank you for letting us stay, Mister.
I give him a nod.
I think you're the nicest one. Bye. he runs off.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck you, kid.
For anyone else, by the way.
I did fucking magic
Yeah.
tricks and shit for you.
Creepy smile.
You did try to be obvious.
Jackie, the map's fucking fucked.
Yeah,
Keep going weird. Like the
they've
map,
moved a little bit.
map on
A
you
little bit.
a bit weird.
A little bit.
Cool. No, I shouldn't move that.
Oh, it's the library. Just
Oh,
control
wow.
Z, Jack. Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Is it not a map layer or something? Oh no, I'm on the wrong layer. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, you hear some some usage of the drain pipe outside, as various children are climbing down and up it.
We're gonna
But
get
on
it.
that, it's a quite nice. It's all we should. Yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, morning arrives.
Yeah.
A lot of children coming and going from whoever's room at the top of the drain pipe last night.
Yeah, dude, I heard.
I just better bring this up over breakfast.
I would check if the children are still in the manor in the morning. When I
Yeah,
wake
that's
up.
a fair point.
Yeah, you check the attic storage room, and in one of the corners, the three children are huddled up together, keeping each other warm and just snoring.
Man, you couldn't have got them a blanket or something.
I don't have a fucking blanket.
It's
Yeah,
the top monk life, man.
I'd leave them and I'd head down.
I found this note from the furniture nerd. Looks like he's planning on coming sometime today, so if we're going to go do this blue alley shit, we should probably get it out of the way sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
well, let's just go do it now.
Go
Wait,
kick
what
some
you?
ass.
I thought you slept at your home, Max.
Yeah, but then I think Jack was like, we both came here, so I was like, whatever, fine, I'll come there. I don't mean mind.
I mean,
Well, I
wouldn't
gotta-
change anything, so. Good.
I gotta return this carriage though, so.
I'm sure it's on the way, right?
Yeah, it's not too far out of the way.
Let's go.
It's around the markets.
Let's just
think we
fucking
should
take the
talk,
carriage to Blue Alley and then
I
return on
think
the
we
way
should
back.
talk about this right now when
Maybe we should have a couch.
we brought them up anyway. Kids.
What about him?
No, no,
I
no.
don't mind. I don't mind them around, but
Like, I've never even fucking seen them. How do you guys see them?
Okay,
so-
well, no, you're right. We should probably put them. They're in the attic right now. I went up this morning and they don't even have a blanket. It's kind of sad. We should probably find somewhere better to put them. Which
It's
room
like-
isn't being used?
Give them some gold and it'd be like, go fuck off and just find somewhere else to live.
Well, what's wrong with here? I mean, we got the room.
I guess.
Kids, man.
I mean, it's not like they need looking after. They're pretty self-sufficient for kids.
If they ghost like murders them, we'll probably like there'll be questions asked or something.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they've been around here.
but like
More
orphans get
than
murdered
we
every day in
are.
this city.
Alright. If you, I mean, yeah, sure.
The den, right? No one's in there. It's got space.
Like,
It's got a balcony for them to conveniently fall off.
Even if they get murdered, no one's gonna miss them.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Mordo. It's true,
No,
yeah, it's true.
no.
It's true. Orphans get murdered every day in the city. No one gives a fuck. So
Is that what we're saying? Like,
No. We put them in the den and let
Oh, where did I get
the ghost get them. Alright, hang on, I'll go find them. Kids!
You head up.
Yeah, I go to the attic.
Interestingly, Raven, as you head up, you see you're heading up the stairs and you see the
Drain
like
pipe. We're climbing
you
down.
see turning the corner is like what appears to be the flap of a cloak heading into the attic storage.
Like, I mean, I get one of them could have had a cloak. I don't like hurry on up. I just like, walk on up as if it was just one of them. But
Okay.
I'll take the dodge action as I go around the corner because I don't want my instincts to fucking, bite me in the ass here. He's got a little bit of caution in him, Raven, like subconsciously cautious.
Okay. Now you head
Doesn't
into the
stealth,
storage
does
room.
dodge.
The kids are still in the same corners, loudly snoring, but they are covered with a blanket.
Oh, very, very thoughtful of you, Mr. Ghost. I say that sort of loudly enough into the air that, in the hope that it might also get the kids' attention if they're sort of asleep at the moment. Hey,
If
kids!
their own snoring doesn't wake them.
Orphans go learn to sleep anyway,
I'll
Yeah.
put my hand out and
They
whistle.
use specifically, wake them up with a whistle. They shoot awake, grab their toy swords, look around.
Yeah, sorry, Jet put you in such a drafty room. We got a bigger and better one downstairs if you want to, I kind of like look at that like meager, but like the couple of like toys and swords and stuff they have, and I say, want to put your stuff in there.
This was great, mister. There's no rain or anything, and there's less wind.
Well, that's because it didn't rain last night and it wasn't very windy last night. If there were actually rain and wind, whatever. I mean, it's up to you. But I'm just saying we
There is
got
a
other
big
rooms.
hole. Okay, can I sleep in the one with the bed?
How many have beds right now?
I believe only one. Only.
Didn't we get some furniture delivered?
No,
Or
that was the
am I
I
point.
think that's happening today.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, okay. I say, eventually, maybe tomorrow. Not a lot of beds going about yet, but that's a situation we're looking to fix pretty soon.
Okay, the girl stands up, motions for the other ones to stand up as well, and does like a series of motions, and then almost like counting, and then they all simultaneously like bow, and the chubby one says, "Oh, thank you, mister. Real kind."
I bow back, so stiffly and formally, and say it's my absolute pleasure. Let me think. I think this room here, as I show them around, is this one labeled spare room is the least inhabited right now, right? It's just backs onto. That's yours, right? But like, there's no door or anything between them, so
Okay.
just at the bottom of the stairs. I mean, I'll give them a choice. If they prefer the den, it's got this kind of fun bit over here below the turret.
I gotta walk through his den when I go to bed, so like
That's true.
it's a bit annoying.
Oh yeah, that's a bit weird bit of design,
My
isn't it?
bedroom's really out of the way. It's hard to get to my bedroom.
Yeah, it is. You like
You have one door.
I have set up in this.
if you're like coming from downstairs, you gotta like come down here through the common room, through the den, out like this long.
This corridor has so many traps. Like,
Well, I put them in the spare room anyway.
You put them in
That or the den, but like the spare room's more likely to have a bed later, so.
yeah.
Cool.
All
They
right.
gracefully accept.
And having dealt with them, kids, you can keep an eye on the place. We gotta go kick some ass.
We'll kick the ass of the ghost.
No, don't kick the ass of the ghost. The ghost is a friendly ghost, actually.
You heard of Casper?
Yeah, exactly. His name is Casper. You guys are gonna look after the place with Casper while we're gone.
But what about all the stories of murder and?
Well, that's just because people weren't nice to the ghost. If you're nice to the ghost will be nice to you. It's just like everything in life,
We're your enemies.
If you treat the ghost like an enemy, it'll be an enemy.
We'll become best friends with the ghost.
Good stuff. I honestly expect you to have better success in communication than we've had so far. Good luck. We gotta go do some wizard shit. I don't know.
Squidly does a salute.
Oh, yeah, like a vague salute back. Sky doesn't, Sky.
Guys,
One of them doesn't really know how to salute. Sky wouldn't either. Yeah, I'll go tell the others. Right, kids seem warmer now. Let's take the carriage and go.
Dude, maybe we should just permanently get a carriage. You know, we do like a lot of moving around the city. We get like a sign on the side.
Yeah, I mean it's on the it's definitely on the list of things we could get. But let's get the refurbishment paid for and analyze what we got left over from that loan.
How much is it? You know.
Well, what did you say? 700 and something for the refurbishment total, and we're getting a loan of
about
1,000.
750.
So we'll have about 250 left over. How much is a carriage? I don't know, but it can't be 250.
It's quite a lot actually. A horse is not.
Horse, so a riding horse is 75 goals.
Okay, maybe that's not our first.
A carriage is another 100 goals.
Maybe
but
there's
cars
better
are
uses
goals.
for that 100 before we get a cart. Can you get a what?
So if you want to get a standard horse and cart, it's about 90 gold.
I don't want to see what's card on the walk. We can just rent a carriage. I mean, wait, we can rent a carriage for 5 gold a day, and that included the horse and the carriage. So you can rent it for like
20
35
days.
days.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, with the horse and everything. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the world's gonna end. Rent.
What's gonna end? just
Get everything on fucking credit.
It's like selling your stock if you know there's a pandemic coming.
Alright. Well, we take this carriage that we may or may not be renting.
Okay, so you choose not to return it yet.
Yeah, like you said, you said the return was on the way, right?
Was it given a set time?
Oh yeah, it's not like a.
Yeah, you have to return it by Sunday.
Yeah, let's be generous and say 12.
Oh, easy. We'll be done by done or dead.
We'll be. Yeah, it's my favorite way.
It's done or dead. Okay, so you guys take the carriage and head over to the seaboards.
You're just gonna drive the carriage up the alley, like fuck your traps.
Okay, so I said I put the Harper's badge on the inside of my hand. So
Flip the hat inside out when you want
Oh.
to.
I take it off my hat to you. You'll be able to see it. Like,
You can like
Very clever.
turn it inside out is like putting the sirens on like a police car. It's like
it's a reversible hat. Yeah.
Let me quickly. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, there's a random encounter, but you guys are in a horse and carrots.
we just run it over.
Yeah, you guys can choose to interact with it or not. But you do see a very interesting setup around in the northward, at the edge of the northward. There is a clearing next to a row of houses, and in the clearing is a big tree, and the tree appears to have various items underneath it. Like there's scarves scattered about. There's some pouches. There's just various like
Interesting.
I love
trinkets.
Hogswatch.
And then there also is a sign next to the tree saying, "Come and take an apple." And the tree, that's an apple tree, and the apples are very. They look very nice, very ripe and fresh.
You go for an apple. Pull over a sec.
That's how they get you. I've seen this world event. You take one apple, and next thing you know, you're on a quest to save Metz and the reindeer.
It's a fucking apple, man. Alright, Mordai, pull over.
Alright, pull over.
That's what Snow White said.
Do it.
But I mean, if we're pulling over, I'll have an apple as well.
Exactly, right, man.
I was taking an apple.
How sketchy is this, Jacker?
Not sketchy.
I mean, it's an apple tree with a sign and some items underneath it.
But there's other people around.
There are dead bodies around the tree.
There's no dead bodies. I mean, just people on the streets, but
No,
no
that's
one
scary.
appears to be like minding the tree or anything. No,
I mean, it's an occurrence I've seen before in this city, Jacob.
no just.
It's free
Apple time.
Yeah, in fact, you've been out on the street more often when you're heading into the northward. You haven't seen the street before.
Cool. Sounds good.
Probably some
Take it out.
gnomish thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, gnomes love apples. That's what I've heard.
They like make presents and put them under trees. Other universes, it's elves, but in those universes, elves are what gnomes are here. So, it's,
What?
you know, Christmas
I
elves
will
sort of thing.
not grab an apple.
Oh, here's one jelly. Grab two.
I will.
Give me that apple.
Okay. Who grabs an apple first?
Me.
I grab
Great.
at least one apple.
I
Okay,
only
you-
grab one. I'm
you're-
not greedy.
That sounds pretty simultaneous. You both pick an apple, Yeah, it's just an apple, but I'm gonna have to make a roll wisdom
Why?
saving throw.
Why would you need to do this? It's just an apple.
It's just an apple.
Exactly.
I bite into the apple. Before I even roll the wisdom.
Hang on. Where's my saving throw say 0? It shouldn't be.
Yeah, mine should be +2. But
Mine should be
whatever.
+4.
I mean, that actually would matter.
Yeah.
16 is
16,
pretty, a
6
lot
apple.
better. 12.
Yeah. I don't know why it's rolled without a modifier, but it's a 16.
Raven, nothing happens. You take a bite out of the apple, and it is lovely.
Nice.
It's a good taste.
Delicious.
Max, you, as you're going to take a bite, you suddenly get the irresistible urge to go into your bag and drop a random possession of yours.
Cool, yeah. Wait, random. I have some pretty good possessions. Okay. How do I randomize this, Jack?
You can roll if you want, or you can try and be fair to yourself.
It's in my bag?
Yeah, on your possession.
Yeah, but like, I think this is like my loot I carry, but it's not in a bag. It's just anything I've got on my body. Is what you
Yeah,
mean.
anything on your body, sure. Yeah.
So it's like my rapier, my loot. I got some paper, pens, ink bottles, card. Alright, I guess I will like. Let me see how many of these actually on my body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
Raven, this apple is fantastic. It's juicy.
Did I feel anything at all? Did I feel like I was making a
Sweet.
save at all? Or...
Oh.
No, sure.
I drop the gun.
No.
Just like...
So I'm just one of my times I like grab a pistol out of my fucking bag and just throw it onto the ground. But I
You also, as part of this, you forget you ever owned it.
okay, cool. So I just like do that. I'm like, well, it's fucking good apple, man.
I kind of like... Watch you do that slightly, I say. Getting rid of the evidence, buddy?
What are you talking about?
I kind of like look down at the you've dropped something.
Trying to look around. It's like, have I? What?
I kind of squint at my apple.
I
Wait.
am with them, so I'm gonna insight.
Yeah, I squint at my apple, Jacko, and I look around at the ground really hard for anything I might have dropped that I no longer remember having owned. I'm like, you know,
You take a few moments, which
yeah, I'm like trying really hard.
What it is, Jackal, is like, because, you know, if I hadn't had it, I wouldn't even know what it was, right? It's kind of weird, right? But it's not like it's just a scarf.
Yeah,
Like,
that's,
scarf.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I've never seen anything I did before, right?
I'll bet.
The interaction's gone. So like, I don't even get shot by anything or anything like that.
No, you know you've
You would have knowledge.
no, you know you recognize it as the gun that the gunslinger had, the drow, but you don't remember ever picking it up or having used it or taken it.
I pick it up and I'm like, you don't
Oh,
remember this?
yeah, as you try and pick it up. Chris,
Oh yeah, I'll go pick it up.
What's your AC?
Right now is gonna be no dancing but mage armor, so 17.
Okay.
The gun shoots you.
Yeah, that hits you. Yeah, one of the branches of the tree, as you go bend down and grab it, slam you with a big force, and you take
Dude, what the fuck?
uh,
The Whomping Willow.
this much damage. You take 14 damage.
Oof. I like tumbling over backwards and like land on my ass.
Yeah, so
like...
yeah, it hits you as you bend over. It hits you square in the stomach and like
Yeah.
like,
I was like lying there on the ground for like 10 seconds, like,
It's like, dude, you're right. I like went over. What the fuck?
fuck man, I think it broke my rib.
I like walk around
Dude,
the
that
tree, like
Really
looking
didn't
at
want me
it-
taking that
at
fucking
it, seeing
thing
like
back.
trying to remember all like distinctive feature, if there's any distinctive feature of the tree and whatnot.
Is,
Just trying to.
is the gun staying in the same spot, or is it like? You
Did he actually grab it? Like, also, like.
Yeah,
Possibly.
like did it interrupt my ability to grab or?
yeah.
Okay,
It's as you were trying to pick it up. I mean, the others that were watching this interaction happen, you saw the tree like look like a perfectly normal tree, and then all of a sudden, like one of the branches, like as the whip of an arm, like hit it in hit him in the stomach, and then went back to like the perfectly motionless tree.
Okay, so
Like almost like
I pull myself onto my knees and like wheeze a bit.
I step away, and then I use Mage Hand to try to move the gun closer to us.
How far do you step away?
Max range of fucking.
It's like
Mage hand.
60
But
feet,
this is
30
happening,
feet.
I'm like, dude, but what even is that on the ground? That's like the thing the person had, right?
Dude, there's something weird about this tree.
Yeah, fucking hell, it slapped you.
You ain't getting this right now, but you've been carrying that thing around for a while. You've been pretty interested in it. You ate the apple and it's done something, and now the tree doesn't want to give it back. It's some kind of fucking. I get myself to my feet now. It's some kind of fucking. I mean, I hate to call my own people out for this, but I grew up in an elven wood, and this is exactly the kind of shit they get up to. I bet there's some chaotic asshole getting his rocks off somewhere around here to this bullshit.
Another thing I have in my possession is like the gunpowder and bullets.
Yeah, they got. Jet would actually tell you about the gunpowder.
And I remember getting that.
Yeah, you're right. You remember.
Your brain probably like invents like reasonable reasons why you'd have it, right?
Oh, interesting powder or something.
Like, you know, like it's where
He would like he doesn't remember grabbing the gun from the dude, but the powder and the bullets are from the guy, so he remembers picking those things up, but
Yeah.
not the gun.
But I remember also going to get the bullets made.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, it's probably just like a weird kind of like aphasia. You can't really explain it. It's like people with like certain brain disorders like can't like determine other people's faces, but like it doesn't feel odd to them that they can't do that, right? Like look at inanimate objects and think it's a person. It's just like, oh, that's
Just had it something.
reasons I did that, you know.
But I'm like,
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. Mordai, as your cast, you're moving to the opposite side of the street and cast Mage Hand. You see, as you lift up the gun, the tree bursts into motion and like starts heading towards you, heading towards your direction, and then suddenly it realizes it's in the middle of the street now. Like just you can see like the roots almost like their legs, like, and then it almost like looks around, and then it goes back to its original position and goes back to a motionless state.
Sneaky little thing, are you? Huh? That's sneaky.
My money's on some kind of dry.
That's the gun move. Do I get the gun?
Yeah, you do lift the gun off the ground, and you can lift it over towards yourself.
is it important? It was just like it's
Yeah,
like
man. It's
right?
good. We learn how to use it.
Yeah, you fucking. You remember? Let me think. You remember that fight we had in the graveyard the other day?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably slipped your mind, but you blew someone away with it. Like, really, bang, you know?
I just like used a load of spells, but didn't I?
It's sort of like a spell, except I don't know. I don't really understand it myself. But you talked to an alchemist about it. You got powder. You got.
Yeah, that was your project. No idea.
I kind of like. Okay, Jacko, I want to try and know about like. Have I ever heard of any kind of like? Okay, apart from my character's assertion, this has to be some like weird elf, dryad, forest, chaotic good bullshit. Do I know anything else about this? I got some nature.
Can I touch again, Mordai? Maybe I'll like touch.
You can roll either nature or arcana. That's
Okay, I can do better on arcana. So. Hey, that's something.
I'll see if whether no, he's never seen it.
Yeah, you're thinking back on it, and there's various things that cross your mind, but like you're pretty certain, thinking it over, that this is a tree that has been awakened by the awaken spell and given sentience.
Okay. Yeah, so like once I seen it like run forwards a little bit to Mordai and like turn around and run back, I say, okay, some druid with a sense of humor has awakened this tree or something and given it a purpose, much like, I don't know, like a cleric might bake a golem and give them a divine purpose. It's
So what's this trying to like grab random items? People
it's got some kind of.
But you said it made me forget this shit, right? Like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah, you took an apple, you dropped an item. Look, there's items all around the ground. Other people must have taken apples and left something in it. It makes you, pay for the apple randomly. Someone's mischief, if I'm any judge. It doesn't seem to have any particular purpose.
But like, will I? Do you reckon it'll wear off? Why, like?
I can.
That's a good question.
Roll arcana to see about that part.
About that, yeah, the mental magic.
And I'm like, Mordai, can I have a look at it?
Oh, fucking dude.
Yeah,
See,
you know that
Podtrack, just fucking roll like
awakened-
this.
Awakened trees don't usually have like an ability to make people forget like this. There must be another
Yeah,
either
so I
curse
say,
or
yeah,
thing, but
I like,
there's just ways, there's magic that can get rid
Sure.
of it.
like the whole dropping of random stuff and forgetting and the apples. That doesn't sound like an inherent property of the tree to me. That's more than likely whoever awakened the tree used further magic to set about some kind of mischievous purpose. As for getting your memory back, it's probably possible with magic, beyond my ken. Specifically, a cleric could probably restore them for you.
So, like,
Oh,
so you're gonna tell me about it, right? So it's what? It's
Yeah.
like a weapon, yeah?
Yeah, you, as far as I could tell, you put some of that powder and one of those round metal things in it, and you point it, and I don't really know what happens next, but you do something and it goes bang. And shoots really fast out that metal thing. Like, really fast. Like, you couldn't even see it fast.
Ian, what you do, or Max, what you do remember is that you got one shot by it, and that you had left like a very small hole in both sides of your body.
Yeah, I remember. I got a shot. By
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Anyway, you were figuring out how it worked. You were getting okay at it as well. Pity it's, all gone.
Alright, well, I guess, like, I can learn
I
again.
can.
Can relearn it again.
guess.
I could
Yeah, but
go and
I-
ask. I have a friend at the Emerald Conclave. I can go and ask.
Yeah, get your memories back if we can. I mean, you know,
Like-
this is only what's become immediately obvious, right? Who knows what else that thing took out of your head that we haven't picked up on yet.
It's really fucking scary, man. Like, I remember getting shot and it fucking really hurt. Am I like, but have I used it a lot? Like, if are we going to fucking alley now? Did we get it fixed before
Like
then?
a
or,
little
like-
bit. I'd like to get my ribs fixed. but
yeah.
no, you weren't as good with it as you are with your sword yet.
Alright, well, fucking doesn't matter then. I'll pretend I just found it again. Oh, I got shot by this. Let's use it. I'm kind of a bit freaked, but like, it's pretty. Dude, I've never had my memory fucking just wiped like that. Like, I know that magic can fuck with it, but
Tasty
dude,
apple though.
I had no. Yeah. But you ate apple, as well, right?
Yeah,
But you alright?
for some reason.
I can have a look down and see anything that I remember him having that, like, I guess it doesn't matter if he looks.
I had another look. I'm like trying really hard.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Just like, was that my scarf? Would I wear that scarf? Like,
I did not see you drop anything at the very least, Raven.
yeah, but I'm surreptitious. Like,
Do you reckon these apples work if we could like take one and then give it someone we don't like?
but I ain't going anywhere near that fucking tree. Let's
Yeah.
just move on. I can't think of anything down there that I'd need, even if it had been mine. So
Do I see any magical items down there?
Yeah, is there anything useful?
+5
Yeah,
weapons.
which
Yeah.
is what the investigation check is for. So if you
Yeah.
want
Okay.
to investigate
No,
this,
But obviously, I'm not getting close, Jack. I'm sure it doesn't like me at this point. So but something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm terrible at this today.
let's see. The highest is 16. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm just like looking for any. I'm not looking for things to take. I'm just looking for things that might have been mine.
Yeah, no, not much of value. I mean, there's one coin pouch that you see, but whoever dropped it wasn't very wealthy. You see, mostly copper and a few silver. Another bag that takes your interest, Max, is a bag that is spilled over a little bit and appears to contain beans. But these are beans that.
Beanstalk.
Yeah, well, there's something interesting about them in that they all have like different colors.
Like
Oh,
jelly
it's
beans.
like the Harry Potter beans.
Yeah, they look
Bertie
like
Bott's
jelly.
every flavored beans.
I mean, you
Yeah,
don't know what
exactly.
jelly beans are, but they look like
I don't know what jelly beans are. What kind of world is this?
a very depressing.
What kind of fucking beans are those? You guys,
I can-
And any check, Jacko? If you point
Jacko.
them out.
If you want to figure it
Sorry,
out.
what?
Arcana.
I can't. But if I push it a third time in a row, there's no way it's 3 good rolls. I think got someone else has covered.
I mean, I guess I'll Arcana it well, you know.
Take an interest in a magic bean.
Yeah, everybody but
Everyone.
Ray.
Sorry?
Everyone
but
except
Ray.
me.
These are uncommon, but yeah, not like legendary or anything. This is a bag of magic beans. This one appears to be pretty full. Normally, yeah, they're one-time use. But yeah, you know that these beans, you've heard that depending on the color, they do different things, like magic things. And let's see, yeah, Max, you specifically know that one of them, if you drop them on the ground, or if you throw them and it explodes, a geyser erupts.
You throw in the.
Do I know of another effect I can do? Because I also rolled a 19.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Then you also, let's see. Yeah, you know that if you throw, sorry, you know that one was blue, the blue bean. You know that a red beam jet. If you throw a red beam, a campfire erupts.
Probably some idiot monk in the party that usually uses just make.
Dude, those are
Sure.
Mage hand to try and get
magic beans. I've heard of those.
Let's take those.
Okay.
As you're doing that, I'm like, what if the tree decides
Dude, the tree, don't, like, I'm just saying, that thing hit pretty hard, and you've taunted it once, but it's not going to sit there idly while you just take everything. Whoever set this up, put some thought into it.
But this looks like the only interesting thing. That's like...
I think everything. I'll back up a little bit away from him, Jacko. I always think this is the Feminian. I'll move just like a good 30 feet from Mordai just quickly,
I'll look around this like the place where the tree is. I did not mean to click that.
Thank God.
Give it up.
Chuck that out, yeah.
I look around to see if there's any like distinctive feature of the clearing and whatnot. If there's anything else but the tree here and whatnot.
Okay.
I want to know as much about this place as possible.
Roll me a general. It's like a contested. It's like a roll. What's your spellcasting modifier? Like a charisma check, I guess. Because yeah. Yeah, you start to lift this bag off the ground, but one of the branches like snaps at the bag, and yeah, it seems to be like immovable.
Come on,
it's
tree.
in its grasp.
Dude, just be happy that's all it did.
Yeah, dude, I got this random. Wait, what is this, by the way? Like, what's it actually called? I kind of also like I kind of pointed nonchalantly at the other people I talk.
By the way, how useful are these beans? I know.
Dude, I heard you throw them and then like in water like fucking appears.
Anything
Doesn't
else?
sound that useful.
I only know you can make an instant campfire essentially. It's fire, so fire can always be useful.
Is the branch still holding the?
I can always be.
As long as the magic hand is on it, yeah.
No,
Let's live with that.
I would
And it drops its.
What's this
yeah,
called?
puts
Point
it
of
on
your
back.
page for the Baven.
What's what called?
The thing that got fired at me the other time. Like, it doesn't have a name.
Not that we've decided on.
Did I called it anything?
The magic wand, but it's not. But that's what you called it.
Okay, magic wand. Got it.
I test a few things, Jacko. I like try moving towards the tree slowly and see if like the branches start prepping for an attack or something.
Yeah, you see that as you're approaching it slowly, some of the branches appear to like get into a defensive position.
Winding up.
You can take it, man. Like, should we
I
kill
wouldn't,
someone?
would I?
Bad. Should we just like tell someone? It's guards, right?
I mean, they can see for themselves, right? It's just in the middle of the street. No one else seems to care. They're probably used to it.
Okay, Jacko.
Dude, it's not normally here, man. Like, I walk down.
In how much of a defensive position is it when it's like 10 feet? When I'm 10 feet away from the bag?
Same defense position as it was when you were 20 feet away from the bag. Like it's like
Well,
it's.
I mean,
it's,
like, the bag, how close is the branch to the bag? Is what
Like
I'm
ready to attack
Oh,
position.
yeah,
It's like-
one of the branches is like still hovering over the bag as you're still eyeing it,
close?
and like a few feet from it, like 3 feet.
thinking. Damn it, never mind. Never mind. Okay. It's like, no fun. Doesn't work.
But fortunately, he spent so much time doing this, I took a short rest.
Like,
No, it's quite. It's still in the street.
it's all kind of like, it's just like, I mean, it's never passerbys, right? Like, this is a pretty busy street.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, I'll kind of grab a passerby, I guess, like, he's kind of, you know, like...
I get back in the carriage and continue my short
What?
rest.
A specific passerby, or
Yeah, it's a dude.
okay,
Hot
just a
chick.
dude. No hot chicks in this part of the.
Dude.
You have ad blockers, so yeah.
I'll get grab a dude. I'll be like, hey man, sorry, you know, but what the fuck's up with that tree? It's new, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is my daily route, but I don't remember it seeing at least. That's
Okay.
some fast growth right there.
That's real weird, right? And also, it's like a magic tree.
Dave.
Define magic tree.
It breaks
It's
into
a tree.
your mind and ruins your memory if you eat an apple.
All right,
Oh
good
my
job.
God. Oh, dude,
I have places to be. Okay,
I'm
goodbye.
go eat the apple.
He walks off.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Oh, what do you want?
You're like, I'm forced grey. This is a matter of public emergency.
Intimidation check.
Okay, I need you to spread the word to anyone you live in this area, correct? You must make sure no one goes near this tree. This is your civic duty.
Intimidation check.
Intimidation, persuasion. Intimidation.
That's very true.
21!
Okay.
Just living duty!
Oh shit! Oh no. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'll drop everything right now. So I need to warn.
You need you gotta get the word out. I have important business I must get to. But you need
This
to
is
spread
a
the word.
magic tree.
There is a magic brainwashing tree. You see all these items on the ground. What do you think they're doing there? The tree forces you to drop them.
People litter.
People litter scarves.
And
Oh, maybe
coin.
not.
Look, I am.
And the sign. What's a sign all about?
I don't know. Someone has done an insidious trap. Insidious, sorry. All I am saying, if you live near this area, surely anyone you know, any friends, anybody you work with, just let them know to just keep away from this tree, to not go too close to it. There is something dangerous about it.
Yes, sir.
You could be saving lives.
All right. Can I go now?
Back to work. Back to work.
He just breathes a sigh of relief.
I
and
grab the next passerby. No, I don't.
Yes.
Excuse me, man. But I'm like, dude, we should, but like, it's dangerous though. Raven, I kind of, hey Raven,
I peer out the carriage. Mm-hmm.
if you weren't quite so tough, do you reckon I could have like killed you?
Yeah, that could have killed me. Lucky I had my mage armor up.
You went pretty fucking far, like. Dude, we can't let it, like, what if like, a guy, okay, maybe not a good person, but someone like sees a coin purse, it's like, ooh, you know, someone drops some money, I'll go pick that up.
So, Chris, part of your check about these trees, you know, they're, much as any tree, they're vulnerable to fire.
Okay, I choose not to share that. I feel like that's either implicit or not necessary to know right now. Or
I
both.
don't know how to destroy a tree, though, if it becomes that. But I'm like, dude, it's gonna like kill someone. Like, there's some shit down there. Some dude might just be like, oh, I want to grab that, you know?
Better them than me.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't need to be anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. It looks pretty official, right? Like, it's on a major street. If there was something wrong with it, surely a guard would have come along and done something by now.
You're always saying how shit guards are.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you know, things happen in this city, and they sometimes result in not nice things happening to people, and it's all perfectly legal within the running. Remember that guy we saw being dragged through the street by the Butchers Guild or whatever the other day for illegal butchering or whatever? Probably ended up hung up by the nuts from one of the gates.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Look, alright, are there like, guards should like wander around every so often, right? Or is it like a guard house?
They're not that. Yeah, there's like barracks, like a few minutes away on the main street on the high road, and there's occasionally guards like patrolling, but you haven't seen any for the past
Alright,
minutes.
what I'm saying is like it's along the way. I'm just gonna stop by the guard house and just let them know, like, that they should need to check it out in case they don't know about it. Like, it just fucking, dude. I don't know. I mean, it fucking sucked. It ruined my memory. I don't want that to happen to someone else. But alright, we won't like burn it down or anything. Do you reckon we could take it? It's just a tree, right? Just
Trees are pretty strong.
they are.
They are.
What
It
do you-
takes quite a bit to take down a tree normally, and they don't fight back normally.
Sure, but like, I mean,
I think we
I
give
guess you
this
could
one a
set it on
skip.
fire.
Yeah, fire would work, but I'm just saying.
It could
Yeah.
spread to other houses
Well,
though, and
we
that would be
won't
bad.
talk- I'll go. I'll
Yeah, setting
tell
fire
someone.
in a city is usually not good.
I'll go tell someone. Alright, but let's
Well,
go.
if we could have gotten the beans, we set the fire, then we just use the water bean.
I drive off in the carriage.
No, wait, no.
I jump into the carriage.
The next time I hear the word beans, I'm just going.
We could do some lunch.
That's all magic beans. Come on, man.
But then we're like, I'll ask like, hey guys, hey, let me pop out here and go talk to the guard as we like kind of drive past the guardhouse.
Okay, you enter the barracks. There's, someone on clerical duties or whatever, administrative duties that deals with this sort of thing. You make a note that there's an awakened tree at that spot that appears to be.
I'm like,
No.
you gotta take it serious. People's lives at stake. I tip the hat.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he makes note of everything.
Also, first officer who's there gets some magic beans, is what I hear.
Sure.
Finder's fee is 1 bean. But then, yeah, I guess I get to get back into cash. Also, I'm like, are you gonna be alright, like Raven, or do you want us to go back and like get some sleep? Or I know we did woke up, but like, fucking, you said it broke a rib.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's not necessarily, I mean, cracked. I don't know if I'm actually, like, hampered here, but it's put me out a little bit. I don't want to necessarily go straight into that alley without getting some time to get a breather.
I'll sing you a good healing song of melody.
That'll be nice. You go up in my carriage and sing to me, baby.
Raven.
Serenade me.
Raven got hit by a tree. The ravens normally pee in. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
But gee,
Two
such
alley.
magic beans they were. One of blue that had water from in such a wonderful.
Alright, you get explanation.
The bean was red as fire.
And I care about his inspiration. This counts for my short rest healing, right? I get the fucking bardic bullshit.
If
Nice.
Mordai drives, you guys can take a short rest.
Nice.
There's extra d6.
Extra d6, but I get to the end, so I gotta, like, judge this very carefully. I wonder if this is gonna add the modifier correctly. Oh, yeah, there we go. So that's 4. That's
Oh,
what
no.
I'm looking for.
Driving further,
And then we just get a 6.
you
on
do
d6.
see where. Really?
What's the chance of that? Can someone look up what the chance of getting that is?
1 in
136, 180, 210, 200, something like that. 200,
Nah, it's
something
not
like
that bad.
216, yeah.
Not that bad. It's like the
Okay,
same.
I'll
2d20s, being that one. Alright,
That's one at 400.
yeah.
As you
It's
guys
that
are
awful.
traveling along, you do see what it's got the attention of most of the guards around these parts. Yeah, like down in the street. I do know there's not a city map, but like in one of the streets, there appears to have been a great fire that has destroyed like half a street.
They tried to deal with a tree, and look what happened.
So yeah, they're clearing rubble. They're making sure to get survivors, and yeah, you can still see the smoke coming off of it.
Which street is this?
It is.
Can we end pretty soon, too? I gotta...
Let's say it's
hell.
Delzorin.
Oh, it's
Delzorin?
already 10.
Cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's just 10
You
past.
get to the alleyway and stop.
Sure.
Yeah. I've got it pretty good. You can just take a quick glance at the blue alley. Yeah. So other than that, your travel uneventful. Obviously,
Been a bit of a
short.
fire.
Uneventful travel. How? I can't imagine just going traveling in a city. You see an awoken tree and then you see a grand fire and be like, well, that travels.
That's how it goes. A day in the life. When you're in a carriage, you can just ignore these things.
Yeah, you enjoyed.
You could have known. Okay, so
Maybe I'll be better this time with the gun.
Yes, Jack. We could have gone up to the sarcophagus and undone the chains and seen what happened, but we fucking chose not to. At my strong instigation.
And it's definitely the worst thing I could have dropped, like 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, otherwise, yeah. If just
no, my loot could be worse actually. It was like rapier, loot, paper, ink pen, like it was like the fucking calling card. Oh no, wait, I guess technically I have a D10 because I have another card from the shop.
Well,
Oh well.
You didn't think of it at the time.
Oh well.
Okay, yeah, so you
Character
guys go to Ivory Alley, Ivory Street, and you guys know enough after a bit of searching. It's in one of the side alleys there. Yeah, you find yourselves in a 10 feet wide alley made out of cobblestones, but the cobblestones are made out of like a blue material, that are about 20 foot tall. Yeah, and on the western wall, on the western side of the alley, you see a tin sign with the words "Blue Alley" printed on it. And then on a few feet inside the Blue Alley, you see like a podium almost made out of like I don't actually know what it is. Soda lights. Like a gleaming material, at least. Like a gleaming, like stone-esque material, and on top of the podium is a heavy book that is currently closed.
Some kind of stone, apparently. It's like a blue, marbly kind of thing.
Yeah. So on top of the podium lies a book with a heavy book wrapped in leather that is also blue, and a quill with ink and next to the book.
A sign in.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Alright, Dick, you're gonna have to shred that all again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try that next week again, but
Okay. Yeah, and that's where it ends. You don't notice any traps, right?
of course, nothing there.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
No rolling boulders or anything at the moment.
Good session, lads. Hey. Stop streaming.